Do you see me more clearly now? Can you hear me? Welcome back. Yes, we're back live and with a new setup. I couldn't keep using my phone as a camera, so I got myself a webcam. How smart, yeah, how smart, right? Maybe thinking, wow, this guy invented something new. No, nothing new, just a webcam. But hey, looks much better, right? I mean, I think, but it was such a pain to set up. Oh my god, this thing, it just, I don't know. I had everything already set up from a few days ago. I had already made some tests. I had already done some stuff. And so I wanted to, to give it a go. And I went for it. I just came in here and I started the software. And first thing it does, it says Livestream wants you to sign in again. And nothing worked. None of the windows were there and nothing was there. The docs thing, you have an OBS. And suddenly, I log back in. The dock windows come back, but they are floating around. They're not, stuck in places where I left them. What the fuck? What the fuck is Restream? OBS. Be friends. But yeah, that's the thing, right? So basically, I have something very annoying here, floating windows and things that I don't like. So yeah, bear with me. I'm very annoyed with that. Also, the cameras that I had set up went away. They were like very, very small. The scale just went down. It was absolutely, mind-boggling what happened. I don't know. I still don't know what happened. But yeah, hopefully it looks better now. I don't know. I really try to make it, to set it up in a way that, make it look good, decent. And I think it looks decent, doesn't it? Fairly good, at least. It was... I had to set some delay with the microphone as well because it's shooting 4K. 4K, it's just wow. So yeah, we have 4K now. You can see my ugly face in 4K now. Yes. Right. Okay, so let's I even got a shirt on for you today. Look at that. How nice is that? Now, okay. So yeah, a few things today. It was mostly today I wanted to first of all test my setup here because I didn't know how things were gonna go. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I didn't know how things were gonna go. Honestly, I was a bit skeptical about this, and honestly, I was right to be skeptical about my setup because things went completely, they blew up. So I came back and I had to reset everything up. Yeah, it's so beautiful, amazing. So yes, that's one part, right? So it's testing the new setup. Let me know how it looks. Let me know how, I'm mostly worried about how it looks on your side. I just want to know, if the camera looks well on Twitch, on everywhere, I can't see the camera on Twitch. I can't see anything on Twitch. So let me know if you're on Twitch mostly, because I can see the YouTube thing on the, I monitor right there with YouTube. I don't have the Twitch one. So if you're seeing me on Twitch, let me know if it looks well, if he hears well. Let me know that. Okay. So, what else we have today? Well, first things first, I have to say is we have some really good news. in the, I think in the gaming industry, probably in the whole industry, in the industry as a whole, but in the gaming industry, I think mostly. And talking about a fellow game engine, right? A very important fellow game engine, talking about Epic Games and their Unreal Engine, but mostly Epic Games as a company fighting Apple and winning the fight. It's a really good thing what happened. It's a really good thing, I believe. I don't know. We don't know really the consequences, how it will go at the end of the day, because Apple may try different things, different strategies to subdue us. We don't know what Apple's going to do. Mostly with people like me who publish to Apple, right? Because I have an Apple developer license in order to sign the Rogue Engine. So, all that. It's I don't know if they're going to raise the prices. What are they going to? We don't know. But it's definitely much better. So for me, it may be worse. Personally, it may affect me worse personally, but for everyone else, for the those devs, trying to make it, and then make, just trying to make a living and finding their income sliced, that much. It's really going to be really good to have that, to be able to own their profits. And that's a really good thing. And I appreciate what Epic did. And yes, so thank you to them, to the fight they gave. Hopefully this will end well for everyone. Hopefully Apple finds new streams of income, places to go look for money, and not my pocket. Or I think let me see if I'm seeing some artifacts. My face is all kinds of artifacts right now in monitor here, and the internal monitor. I don't know if I'm going to be looking at that monitor to see if it's happening there as well. Yeah, it's happening there as well. Okay. Let me see now. No. Well. The camera went bonkers. I did good to try and do a trial, do a little test here. It was a good idea to do this. Let's try and reactivate the camera a bit. Let's see what happens. Wow. Why is it doing so bad? My goodness. Whoa. Wow, yeah, this is so bad. Okay, let's use the 1920, the 1080. Okay, we're gonna go 1080. We're gonna go 1080. You see in the center of my face now there. Look at that. Look at that mug there. Oh yeah, that's my mugshot. That's my mugshot. That's my mugshot. Yeah. It's still pretty good, right? But come on, mate. This is bad. This is not great. This is just sad. Very, very sad, innit? Look, I'm in a film. Look. Oh, wow. Yeah, what is this? No, not so much. That's a lot. That's too much. That's probably too much, isn't it? Let's go. I'm testing. Okay, we're doing a live setup here right now, right? Let's do what else? What, 400? Yeah, 400, maybe 400. Yeah, so 400 here, 200 here, 75 here, probably. Yeah, something like that. Let's test it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Oh my fucking god. I hate this. Setting up these things is a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah. There you go. Okay, so we go in 1080 because apparently 4K is not working. 4K is not an option right now. Yeah, nope, 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 nope. 4K. Oh, I'm very small here. Look at that. Yeah, no. Let's move me here. Okay. What's going on, mate? What's going on? Ah, this is bad. Okay. I have to move myself a bit here. Yeah, I may just move myself a little bit. I don't want to cover some of the icons and stuff, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna put myself there. Yeah, just gonna put myself there. A little bit here. Yeah. There you go. That'll have to do, at least for now. I'm gonna have to run more tests now with the this thing. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. Oh my god. What a mess. Let's try yeah, let's try and crop this thing a bit more, right? Let's try and crop this thing a bit more. I have the crop thing, right? So let's crop it. Let's do yeah, let's do what, 350? Well, well, no, sorry, 450. I meant 450. Let's do right, yeah. Okay, that may help to make it a bit bigger released, you know, more focused, right? More focused there in the center. And yeah, now this one can work a bit better, right? We can bring it a bit more in here, right? There you go. I think, I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. Oh, way. Well, that should do. I think that should do. I don't know. This was a mess. Okay, I'm glad I did this test. I'm glad I did this test and that I tried it because honestly, I didn't know if it was going to work. And now I'm happy. I know it wasn't going to work. Yeah, great. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, okay. So first problem we had, we can't do 4K apparently. As webcam at least it's not going to be working for us at 4K. It is working pretty well at 1080p, 30K, 1080p 30. So that's going to be okay. That's going to be fine. But I suppose the microphone is a bit ahead now, right? So I'm just gonna remove delay because since there's nobody there to tell me, hey, you know, you're having trouble or something, yeah. So I'm just gonna remove the delay. I have the microphone, and yeah, that's gonna have to do. Yeah. Hopefully someone comes in and says, hey, I can, you know, it's fine, it looks good, you know, because I don't know, I'm either alone here. I know I'm not alone because I see some people over there, but nobody talks in the chat, you know. If you talk in the chat, you'll be able to see your comments there in the restream thing over there. So yeah, that's one thing, right? But well, we were saying, let's go back to topic. Yeah, this thing is so disruptive. Why so disruptive? We were saying, yeah, we're happy with what happened with Epic, and this is a good thing. We should celebrate what happened. I think we don't know still the consequences, what they will be. Honestly, I think they will be good. I believe they will be good. Hopefully they will be really, really good. But it's still uncertain, right? Because the future, we don't know what the future will hold. We don't know who they will hurt. Hopefully they find some other way to take money other than from devs, you know, people just trying to, you know, build stuff from their platform. And yeah, well, that means consumer, right? That means they will be taking it from the consumer. But hey, it's not a struggling company. It's not a struggling company. We're not talking about a company that's struggling, that's not making money. No, it's just about setting up an empire, making more and more and more and more and more money and more capital, and just, you know, it's just so annoying, right? So annoying. This company is just trying to, you know, it's like they have a bunker full of money and they just want to, you know, keep adding more. Like, it's, you know, I think this is just the point where why it's a race to make more money. Just, you know, when you're not even struggling, when you don't have even a need to keep growing that much, right? I mean, how is Apple, you know, what great new things has Apple done since he has been making so much more money? So making that much more money, is it really good for Apple? Is Apple really doing anything worthwhile with all that money? No, I honestly think no. I mean, the silicons are, well, I would say the silicons were great, and the Vision Pro, well, yeah, fantastic, right? But they're making money out of that, and they're making money out of every hardware they make. So why do they need to take that 30% slice on everything, right? I mean, Apple Pay works for some people, and it works because they use Apple Pay for that, and they will take their slice out of Apple Pay, and that, I think that's fine. I think that's fair, because it's their own system, and they decide, you know, it's like Stripe. Stripe decides how they handle that. But if I have my own app, and my app has its own payment system, why do I have to pay Apple for it, right? You're already charging a license for me to use your platform, and I'm also you know, being charged a license to use whatever platform I'm building my thing in, maybe, you know, because who knows what I'm building it on, and maybe Unity or something, you know, it's classic for games, for instance, right? You're paying your Unity license, you use whatever license, you're paying your Rogue Engine license and packaging it for Apple, right? And then you're paying Apple. I mean, it makes no sense. So yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Hopefully, hopefully this ends here. And now, you know, you can have a web view thing. You know, they can still block it. Probably. I don't know much about that. Honestly, I haven't looked at the actual practical thing of it, but yeah, it's a good thing. Still, I believe, and I keep repeating, just go back to the web. You know, browsers are fantastic. Just, you know, fuck the App Store. I'm just gonna say that again. Fuck the App Store. If you don't need an app, just use a fucking website. Just use a web. I mean, you may just not need an app. Okay, it's very likely that you don't need an app. I would say vast majority of apps out there don't need to be stupid apps that you have to be downloaded, updated, all that. No, just be a website. You know, be a website that someone can click on on social media, something, and it opens up and it just do stuff. You know, because it's honestly annoying to keep downloading your stupid apps. So yeah, just stop building stupid apps and giving them to stupid app stores. Fuck the app stores. Yeah. That's on the that's on that thing, right? On that end, on that front. So yeah, good on Epic. Cheers to you, Epic, for doing great work there. Some people, you know, they made a lot of money over the years, rightfully so, making great stuff, and they won this fight, they won this battle. I saw there was an interview there with Team Sweeney with Lex Friedman. I still have to check that out, but it just came like together, these two things, right? It's interesting. The coincidence in time, right? Very interesting. The timing. But yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. I love it. So yeah. Very happy about this. Hopefully everyone else is as well. I believe that we deserve this. We deserve this win. And yeah, cheers to you. But yeah, again, use a website. If you can, use a website. Just use a website. Stop uploading every single app thing for everything. You know, just don't. Just please don't. Okay, unless you really need to. Why even, right? Yeah, I know some apps need to be apps, okay? Yes, I know. You people keep saying that, you know, yeah, but my app has this thing, that you have it. Well, it's just build a stupid app. But if you don't need to, well, why? Just why? So check yourself to that pain, you know, and having to, submit an update. What the fuck is that? I mean, just update your fucking website. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Hopefully they don't start slicing stuff on the web on Safari, which is the real problem here. If they start slicing stuff on Safari, hopefully not. Hopefully they will not start slicing Safari up. But yeah. We should call this section Matters with Beardscript. Just some matters with Beardscript. Matter time. Just let's discuss news and things that happened, and then yeah, but there's nobody there to discuss, right? It's just you and me after the fact, probably. And if you the 2 people, 3 people watching this live, not even saying hello in the chat, that's so sad. It's so sad, man. All right. So yeah, if you gather the want to come and say hello in the chat, you do that, and I would very much appreciate it. And tell me where you're watching this from. Tell me, yes, if you're happy about what happened with Apple and Epic. Definitely an epic win. Oh, that's a dad joke, isn't it? I'm not even a dad, and then that was a dad joke, probably. So yeah. Okay, that was it for that. What else do we have? Oh, yes. One very important thing that I didn't do at the very beginning because of the whole issue that we had at the very beginning. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to say to you, Happy Labor's Day. Labor Day, right? I think I said it right there. Happy Labor Day to all of you laborious people, to all of you who work so much to bring bread to your tables, to all of you who've been through crunch over and over again, to all of you who've been watching your Instagram and your reels while at the job, to all of you, you deserve this day. Yes, you all do, because you work and you do stuff and you bring stuff to society, and so you deserve this day as much as everyone else. We all know what we remember today. We remember all those workers that were wrongfully, in a terrible, really bad way, they were accused and they were hanged, and all this horrible thing that happened. The Chicago martyrs, right? So let's remember that. Let's remember what we are remembering today, and never forget. Okay, let's never forget that what the Industrial Revolution brought, and how we have to keep progressing as a society to have a better future, and probably a lot to do with what happened with Epic and what happened with Epic and Apple. It's probably very, very related to that, considering that garnering more and more capital has been always apparently the whole merit in the industry. At some point it became the only merit. When you've already brought so much, then maybe you don't need to keep bringing anything new, and then you have to just keep making capital and just trying to save it in a box and see where else you can get more and more, and it's just getting a cut from here and there. Reminds me a lot. I know I'm going to say it's very stupid. I'm probably rambling here. I'm very sorry, but I have this thought. Like, remember, like, going to school, right? You have all these teachers that have all these subjects, right? And every one of them treats their subject like it's the most important subject that you're going to learn. And it's like, yeah, this is the only one you have, right? So you just have to study, read this whole book here, right? It's like, if every one of them tells you to read a book for next week, you have to read 12 books in a week. It's a stupid thing, right? So it's like every one of them treating their own subject like it's the only subject. So every platform treating their platform like it's the only platform there is, and the only thing you have to pay for. when you think about it, think of games, right? It's like you have to pay for the tools that you use, maybe the engine, maybe if it's not a free engine that you're using, and then you have to pay, whatever service you have, or in your website, and you have to pay. There's all these little things that add up, right? And every one of them, is like this little other thing that you have there, and then you're paying for, I don't know, so many things, and then you have to pay your taxes. Right? It's like this big slice just going away. Bye. And it's not great. That's not great, isn't it? It's you're making all this effort, right? And then boom, it just flashes off, right? And sometimes you don't even get that much out of your taxes, depending on where you live, right? Sometimes people live in places where the taxes are actually worthwhile, right? In some places, no, you're just being squeezed out of them, and for no return, right? No return. So yeah. Oh, we have someone in the chat. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Felipe, I'm gonna cry, Felipe. Felipe Lemos. I'm going to cry. Voy a llorar, Felipe. Voy a llorar. Felipe is saying, Felipe. Where are you from, Felipe? Where are you from, by the way? Felipe Lemos, is that Portuguese? Portuguese name. It's very similar to the Spanish Felipe. Felipe is saying, just started using Rogue Engine this week. I loved it. Thank you so much. And I love you, Felipe. Thank you so much for using it. And thank you so much for being there and talking in the chat. You deserve all the love just for talking in the chat, mate. It's like, nobody's there talking in the chat. How is this? You're from Brazil. Yeah, so it's, Portuguese name. Yes, I'm from Uruguay. I'm from I'm in the UK, but I'm from Uruguay. Yes, sir. Obrigado, Felipe. Obrigado. Cimarrão. Yeah. Oh, Cimarrão. Yeah. It's more like a Cimarrão, no? Right? Am I saying it right? Cimarrão. It's more like a sh, right? More like it's not really a s. It's like a chimarrão. I know it depends a lot on what part of Brazil, right? Different parts of Brazil, more in the south at least, the more I'm more familiar with. Tell me where from Brazil. Tell me where part of Brazil. In Uruguay, you're probably more familiar with the southern Brazilians, right? Yeah, very familiar. Yeah, but yeah. Ronaldinho Gaúcho. Yeah. We love the Gaúchos. But yes. So thank you very much, Felipe. Thank you very much. And you let me know if you need any help with anything. Just go in the Discord. Discord is the best place to look for help. If you need anything, just go there, and we can have a chat and help you out. We can set things up. But really glad, really thankful that you're using it, and give me that feedback. Very much appreciated, mate. Felipe is saying, I lived near Uruguay for 2 years. I learned the mate way of life. Just had some tereré today. Oh, very nice. Yeah, tereré is mostly from Paraguay, right? People from Paraguay use it more. Drink more tereré. Tereré, for those who don't know, if you're watching this after the fact or you're just watching this live, right? Tereré is it's a form of mate like this one, right? This is hot water, right? So in here, you have the herbs in there, right? And then you have hot water right here, right? It's boiling water, basically. Just I don't drink it boiling, but yeah, it's you just pour some in there, right? And you have this, some water in there, a little bit, and you drink that. But tereré is with ice. You put some lemon in it. It's the same. The yerba inside, right? The herbs, and it has the you put some lemon. With the skin, everything. And it's more like it's. Yeah, you can put some herbs as well. Some other herbs, aromatic herbs. Some people like to add some mint. My mom adds some mint to it, and it's really good. It's really, really good. Very nice for the hot weather in Paraguay. It's like it's boiling there. Try to be in Paraguay in the summer. You not only is it boiling, it's also very humid and dry. People drown there, just walking. Yeah. So most like southern Brazil, right? Southern Brazil as well. So very humid and and hot. So yeah, you know, you're also, but are you a gaucho as well? Are you a gaucho? Are you from southern Brazil? But yeah, we have very familiar. Northern Uruguay and southern Brazil are very like very close, right? Have very similar things. Northern Uruguayans listen to a lot of you know, Brazilian radio, and well, they watch a lot of Brazilian TV, you know, not TV. We don't have a B and a V in Spanish, so I just miss that. We just have the B or whatever it is. Yeah. But yeah, nice to meet a fellow South American there. Always nice to see everyone there. But yes, so what else do we have for today? By the way, Felipe, like I said before, and now that you come to the chat, thank you so much for joining, and happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. I keep saying laborers. I want to say laborers because it's actually in Uruguay we say Día del Trabajador. Is it the like Workers' Day? But I know it's called labor here, so I keep trying to say like laborers or something. You know, I know it's wrong. But I keep trying, and my brain just melts. It's melting. It's hot today here. It's hot today in Liverpool. It's incredible. I mean, well, it's not hot now. It's 13 degrees now, so it's a bit sad. But it was hot today, and yeah, and now I have this light there in front of me, and it's very, very hot in front of me. So yeah. Philippe is saying, I'm currently learning how to deal with camera. I'm trying to implement a dynamic camera movement on my top-down shooter. Oh, look at that. Okay. Let me know a bit more about that. Let's see. How to deal with the camera. Maybe I can open a project and show you my camera. It depends a lot on what you're doing, of course, right? But I can show you my driving example. Well, no, not this. I'm gonna make a mess if I open that. No, because that's not it, I think. But I had this other one. This other one. Yes. I can open this other one. You remember the car example I uploaded once, right? If you want just the camera on top, right, like always at the same place, I think we do something about that. It should be fairly easy. Also, I have a little hack there for the lights. Like, sorry, for the lights, for the shadows, mostly for the shadows, because you know you have to let for the real-time shadows, in the directional light, you have to let the light target follow you. Like it depends a lot. Sometimes you want the light to follow the camera, like the light target to follow the camera, and sometimes you want the light target to follow the player. But you have to keep moving the light. Otherwise, if you just move the target, the light, the angle of the shadows will also move, right? So you have to keep, you know, tweaking that. I'm going to show you a bit of that now. Wait a second. I'm opening things up with OBS. I can't really open things up that easily, so I have to be. It's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. OBS. Oh my god, OBS. I hate OBS. My god, it's just. I mean, I love OBS. Let's be honest. I love it. I think OBS is so great. It's very, very useful. But sometimes it can be a pain in the arse. It can be a true pain in the arse. So yeah, let's go with this. Okay, let's come here, and let's see if this thing is working properly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think this will work. But let me first open the project on here, yeah, in oh my god, this thing. Let me close this. Oh, it's struggling. It's really struggling with the OBS open and and the whole thing, and you know, every project I have here opened, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Okay, yeah, this thing. Okay, where is it? Where is it? I have this here. I think. What the hell is it? It's called training. Yeah, this one. Yeah, right. Because I was doing some training here, right? Okay, yeah. Let's come here and let's test some stuff. Okay, let's do some of these things. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, not in here. Not in here. Just come in here and yeah. Maybe in the oh yeah, I have the camera up there. Yeah, I can bring the component from this other. Let's see. Being more specific, I want my camera offset to be adjusted to my mouse position. Oh, that's different. That's different. Like you want the camera to follow like the mouse. Okay, I see. I'm gonna show you what I did here, and you know, maybe we can get somewhere from there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's open this up. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's pray that this thing works. Okay. Yeah, because the camera is it's just acting up, right? It's having a mess here. Okay. Right. Let's hope that everything's working fine. Let's move this thing a little bit here. Okay, and we're going to what we're going to do is going to get, yeah, so that I can put myself there. Yeah, I can fit myself there. Yes, perfect. That's perfect. Yes. All right, let's try this up. Okay, so what I did in this case here, in this example here, I have this little car. All right, and where is the car? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. So I have this little city setup that I did to do this whole drifting thing, right? And I'm, you know, just using this car from the top-down camera like this, you know. And let me know if it looks well. Oh, I'm seeing it. Does it look well? Let's see. Whoa, what did I see there? Something weird happened there. Let's see. There's a weird sort of animation there. Yeah, what was that? What is that? What did I see just there? What was that? Did you see that ghost thing? Yeah, that thing. What is that? It's like it just appeared and disappeared. I have to do some tests there because that was weird. This looks like some kind of artifact that probably related to the I didn't update the physics engine here, so it's probably it. It's probably that. Yeah, I did some changes to the physics engine to make sure that it could work with the new system here. So yeah, I would recommend everyone to update it. I forgot to tell everyone you have to update it. But yeah, let me show you the camera itself. So yeah, we have the perspective camera here, right? And the perspective camera has this follow camera setting, right? Follow camera setting. Oh, look at what I said. Follow camera script. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's open it up and let's see it. Let's check it out. So what this thing is doing, right, is simply it's taking the world position, right, and it's taking the target, smoothing it out, right, with an offset, and it's doing it. You know, you can set if you want to follow it from behind or you just want to follow it, you know, from whatever it goes. So like in this case, right, from behind is just set, you know, to false. But if you set it from behind, it's always going to be, you know, like tracking it from behind the car. Well, in this case, it's, yeah, you have to put the offset on the other side, right? Yeah, there you go. So it's going to be following it from behind there. But yeah, so that was the idea, was to have a camera that you can use dynamically like this, right? And you can smooth it out differently, like you can set the smoothing like this, right? So you have more of a, oh, look at that, right? See? Or you can set it to like 1, right? Or 0.5 maybe, you know, so you can see the car moving a bit more like this, right? Oh, look at that, right? Like that. And yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of what I did. But yes, the idea behind this is that you can create this offset, and so let me show you what I'm doing here. I don't know if you're still there, Felipe, but I'm going to keep showing you. Okay, let me know if this is more or less within the scope. Probably not, but you know, if this helps, it would be great. Otherwise, well, I don't know, but you know, when it's not following it from behind, it's just, you know, from behind directly, you know, when it's just from top, what it's doing is simply saying, okay, well, from behind, you can use from behind, and actually not I'd say from behind there, right? But look at this. If I just do 50 or maybe, you know, 100, see, no, 50. Oh, here, right? So you have to set it from this, from say no. Oh, because you have to follow the max distance, right? So you have like a max distance. Yeah, I remember now. 20, 10, yeah, maybe 30, you know, something like that. Let's imagine that's the so you see that it moves with the camera. That's the idea behind it, right? It's actually more of a follow direction. It would be more, I think follow direction is more precise than follow from behind, right? Probably follow from behind doesn't really do justice to what it's actually doing. Yeah, so you can, you know, adjust the offset there, and it will follow it like this. Otherwise, well, if you do it like this, right? If you say, okay, follow from behind, you remove it, you know, and you can do it on time, you see? Look at it like that, and it works like that, see? The idea is that you can follow the rotation or not. So you can use these modes in any way you want, of course, right? Okay. Let's come back here and let's touch on this code here. Okay. So if you remove this from behind right now and just focus on the on what's happening here, we're actually getting the world position, right? We're getting our target, right? The target, we are setting it up, as you can see here, right? We're saying, okay, we just drag and drop the example car in here, okay, as a target. We've set the smooth, right, to whatever we wanted and all that. You can not set a smooth if you want, that's okay. We're just using a lerp to smooth it, so we're simply interpolating. So we have the target, we have the smooth, the offset, the from behind distance. You see all the little input managers there. And so we're simply looking from this object 3D, right? So from the camera, which is the camera directly, so it has no handler or anything. We're looking at the world position of the target. Okay, so we're getting the world position of the target. We're looking at it. Then we grab that. We have this target position here, right? I always recommend you do this, right? Instead of creating a new, like a new vector 3 every time, always have your vector 3s predefined. You know, sometimes I just like to do, you know, this sort of a, you know, const v1, you know, and have it like new 3 though vector 3, you know, and I use them in my code then, you know, later on, like when it's temp, like when I need temp vectors that are not really named, that I just want to reuse them for different vector math. I like doing that. I think it's very, very useful. So I really recommend doing that. It's good to reuse these things and not just keep doing new vector, you know, just reuse them. You don't need to keep creating new objects. It's really good because otherwise in a while you'll get a frame drop from you know, from the garbage collector. So, you know, be aware of garbage collection in JavaScript, and mostly in real time when it's gonna, you know, it's gonna kill your rendering for 1 or 2 frames, but it will sometimes for a few frames. So, you know, it's just be careful there. And yeah, so simply we're copying the world target position to the target position, right? And we're adding the offset to that target position, right? So this offset is what we are setting here, right? It's a simple vector there. And then what we're doing is we're interpolating the position of the camera, right? We're saying position loop, the target position, right? Our position to the target position, right? So interpolating the position of the camera to the target position. And we're saying, use the smooth value as use smooth as a smooth value, and then runtime delta time. So I think this could be useful in that sense, because it's always going to be following the center of the camera, right? So what I would say is, sorry, well, look what I said. It's always going to be following the target. So the point here is, look at what I'm going to say here right now. If you have something, if the target is following the camera, if the target is following the mouse, okay. So if your target, right, is a game object in the scene that say it's moving with the cursor, right? This would move towards the cursor. You see what I mean? So it will always work. This code would work for that perfectly fine. And it could even work with a from behind thing, right? Because this from behind code would work. Let me know on as well on when you join Discord. Let me know. I'm Felipe. Or something, and I'll just copy paste the code there for you. Okay, I'll go into the live stream chat there. I just copy paste this code there for you. All right. And so you can simply use it if you want in your game, however you want. All right. Yes, but I think this could work for you. If you just have to set the target, you can set it in real time. You can decide, okay, sometimes I want to follow the player, and sometimes I want to follow the cursor, right? So say maybe when I'm like aiming, I want to follow the cursor right now, right? Whatever the cursor is for me at this point in time, which could be an empty game object in the scene, right? It just could have this object 3D in the scene that is just this is your say call it cursor, right? And this is your whatever you're following. So yeah, you could do that perfectly fine. So yeah, I recommend you try that. If you don't have much more ideas about that, but yeah. Oh, we have someone else here. Okay, okay, Felipe. I'm sorry, I couldn't read your chats because I don't have access to the chats here. But I'm really sorry, Felipe. It says I'm trying to make the values of rapier camera offset relative to the mouse position to slightly reveal the direction the player is aiming. Rapier camera offset relative to the mouse position. Yeah, but I think this will work, right? I mean, you just have to move the target. You just have to decide like how you want to move that target, and so you apply that offset to this. In this code, you could so yeah, you said exactly. So probably you probably figured it out yourself without me explaining all that. So yeah, you're probably very, very smart, Felipe, and I'm just something very stupid here. But yeah, great, Felipe, great. And you let me know. Join Discord there and let me know. Say I'm Felipe, and I'll give you the code. So you can test it out. And we have Sarah Lewis here saying, "How are you? Unfortunately, my headphones broke today because of my naughty cat, so I can't hear your voice. It would be great if you could respond through chat instead." Okay, I mean, just watching this live stream without hearing it, you're missing the 50% of the fun, right? I mean, just watching me is probably interesting. But hey, Sarah, welcome. I hope you're enjoying my mimics. Yeah, something like that, right? I don't know, because I'm just, you're just seeing me move around. It's watching me like I'm a clown or something, right? It's interesting. I like that. It could be interesting. It could be interesting just watching someone just move around, right? I wonder, are you Sarah? Sarah, are you a robot, or are you a person? Because I don't know what would someone be doing here without listening to me. It's so strange. So it's let me know. Let me know if you're enjoying the mimics, right? You can't hear me, but hey, everyone else is hearing me and probably having a laugh out of this. And I'm having a laugh out of this because honestly, you can't hear me laugh, but I'm laughing from inside. I'm laughing in the inside of me. I'm just laughing. So yeah, you can't hear it. You can't hear it, but it's so, yeah, I'm so laughing so much, mate. I'm laughing so much. All right, yes, some chimarrão. Mate time with beardscript. Yes. So Sarah is asking, where are you from? I am from. Sarah is in Twitch, by the way. I'm very much thinking that Sarah is a robot. Is a GPT thing going on there. Something strange going on there. I'm from Uruguay, Sarah. What's going on here? Why even? This is weird. This is something a robot would do, right? It's just come here and watch people, right? Watch people. No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you because I don't have like a audio feed. But I can watch you and learn to be a human. I'm from Uruguay, Sarah. Are you a robot, Sarah? No, I won't ask that. If you're listening to this afterwards. I'm from Uruguay, Sarah. Where are you from? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and keep at it. Are you a robot, Sarah? See, are you a robot, Sarah? Let's ask that. Let's just go ahead and ask it. Robot, Sarah. No. Yeah, let's ask. Are you a robot, Sarah? Let's ask that. Are you a robot, Sarah? Let's ask, because I'm from UK. Sarah saying it's from the UK. So this is so weird. Why are we doing this? No, Sarah's from the UK. So it's a robot from the UK. No, I'm not. She said, why? Because only because I don't see how anyone would find this interesting without audio. Kind of sus. Sounds like a robot is trying to learn to make games. Maybe I'm in a simulation. Maybe I am a robot, Sarah. Yeah. For if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, I got some shadow in my throat stuck. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm talking with someone on Twitch. It says the name is Sarah, and it's watching this without audio. It's so much fun, right? It's watching me just talking like this, right? It's just being here, right? It mimics. It's just the mimics, right? Just playing around, filling my head, right? It's just watching my bald head right there, right? Sorry, you like my bald head, Sarah? Why watching me here? Why? It makes no sense. But hey, Sarah, to each their own. I love this. Thank you for being there, Sarah. If you're a robot, then you're welcome as well to be here. Robots are welcome too. You can be here. You can hang out. as long as you're like a real human robot, you're welcome to be here. We don't discriminate. So yeah, welcome very much. Welcome. Maybe I'm a robot. Maybe this is a simulation, and maybe I'm just you know, part of that simulation. So yeah, you know, I'd be just a bit in the whole big simulation. Yes, that's how you feel when you're mushrooms. Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's your thing. Is that your thing? Yeah, I know, and I can see you from there. I know you've been using those things, right? Yeah, I see. I can see that. So, all right. Yeah. Yes, let's keep going here. All right. Okay, let's see. Let me know, Felipe. Let me know if you found this useful at all or anything. Let's go back to the other project. Oh, something else, Felipe, something else that I showed. I almost forgot about this. I almost forgot, but it's very, very cool, right? It's something I think you're gonna find very interesting. The mobile direction light thing. I don't know why I called it that. I don't know why I call it. Why did I call it that? What's the name of this thing? Oh my god. This is a bad name for it. What a bad name. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not a good name for a component, is it? At least not for this component. No. Yeah, Sarah's very confused. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah's very confused, saying, what? Yeah, it's very confusing, isn't it? All right, so yeah. Cheers, Sarah. Cheers. How funny am I? Am I from 10 to 10? There you go. Okay. So look at this, Felipe. If you're there, if you're still there, Felipe. I mean, Felipe, if you're still there, you're a hero. I mean, Felipe, listen to me, Felipe. If you're still there, I mean, amazing. Yeah, such endurance. All right, Felipe. Let me show you this thing, Felipe. Oh, I have to move around. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So we have a target. Okay, and we have an initial offset. Let me make this bigger because, you know, it's much better if it's bigger, right? Yeah. So let's make it bigger. And if you have an offset, can you see the code well there? Yeah. Right. Yeah. It doesn't look well. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I was just waiting for the monitor to finally show me the code getting bigger. But yes. Oh, I forgot about semicolons. Forgot about semicolons. All right, so what we're doing here, okay, Felipe, look at this. We're getting the target, okay, so we have a target, and then we have an initial offset and a current offset, okay? This is the two things that we have in order to just save memory, because, you know, if you don't save this memory here, it's just a mess. But yeah, we have the directional light. We can from this object, so we're going to add this to the directional light. So simply casting this thing and saying, hey, this is the directional light. This object 3D is the directional light, right? What we're saying is we want the initial offset, right? So it's the position of this object 3D, because this is the light. So we want the position of the light. Remember the Three.js directional light is a sort of target light. So it will move depending on the target. So if you have like a, you know, let me show it to you. There you go. Felipe, there you go. Felipe is still there. Sarah's confused. Sarah's very confused. Yeah, Sarah's very confused. Sarah doesn't know what I'm doing. It's just saying how funny I am from 10 to 10, right? It's Yeah. Thank you for being here, Sarah. Here, Sarah. We're all having a lot of fun. I hope you are too. All right. Yes, Felipe. Felipe. Let's keep going at. Let's keep going at it. All right. So, let's see. So the directional light. Let's look at the direct. Where is the directional light? Where is it? Where's the directional light? Where? Ah, there. There you go. Yeah. So, we have a directional light here. Where's my helper? Oh, it's probably in the same place, right? It's probably in the same place. You probably lost the helper. Where's the helper? Did I break something? Probably broke something. I don't know, because I don't see the helper of my lights. I need the helper for my lights. Otherwise, I don't know. Oh, I'm in a developer version. Oh, I forgot that I'm in a dev version. Yeah, I probably broke something. Yeah, so it's yeah, I'm not in the this is a development version. Yes, I have. You see, I have like I have multi-select here. You don't have multi-select. I have multi-select. It doesn't work in the inspector yet, right? Because it's the that version doesn't have the stuff I'm working on the inspector. But yeah, it has multi-select. It has all the events for multi-select, right? So you can remove stuff and things like that, right? Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't have everything else. But where is my lights? Where is my lights? Where has it gone? Yeah, there is no light in it. There is no light. My goodness. This is so weird. Okay, let me add another light and just let's add another directional light and let's see. Okay, here you go. Because this one, okay, you can see it with this one. Okay, Felipe. Here you see the helper of the light. Probably what I'm thinking that happened with that light is that oh, it's 111. Okay, it's 000. For some reason, it was scaled to 000. Let me see. What? Yeah, probably that. Let's see what happens if I like play and then bring it back in. No, it disappeared. It probably just broke everything. Something broke here because of the shenanigans that I've been doing in the dev version. Yeah, but yeah, here you can see. Okay, so the target is this. Right now it's at it's at 000, right? It's at so this is 000 in the scene. So the light moves around, right? And this is the position of the light. You see? But it's the target is 000. So when you move around, right, you have to move the target and you also have to move the light in the offset, right? It's the position of the light in according to where the target is, right? In relation to the target. So that's your offset, right? So you always have to move the light according to that offset. So that's what we're doing in the live light thing. I am very, very sorry that this is very hard to follow because I've been doing like 100 things after I show you the code. But hey, we're getting there. All right. So that's your target, target. So target, remember, right? This is the target, right? We're trying to move this thing. We're adding this targets instead of 000. We're giving it to something else. We're giving it to another object in the scene, right? It could be, for instance, the car. In this case, we're using the car, as you can see there, right? So that's what we're doing. So I'm showing the example with this light, with this other light, because our light is not working. So what it does is it gets the target, right? It gets the initial offset, which is the position of the light itself, right? Remember, we're adding this component to the light, right? So we're saying, okay, give me the initial offset of the light. We could actually just say directional light position. Actually, we just do this, and it's the same because we're just casting it here, so it's probably better. And we say update position. All right, so we're updating the position. We are doing the initial update of the positions. So saying, okay, let's set this thing up, and we're setting the target to be our the target of the directional light. Okay, so okay, So what we're doing here is the first thing we do is we set ourselves up, right? The opposite position, what's it doing? Okay, so it's saying, okay, this is the directional line, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and it's saying, okay, the current offset, right? The offset that we have right now, not the initial one that we got at the very beginning, right? At the start, right? This is at the start, which is first thing happens when the component is initialized, gets the light, right? It's in its position, the current position. And now we're getting the current offset, copying the initial offset that we got at the beginning, and simply adding the new position of the target, right? So we're moving with the target, simply adding the new position of the target to the offset, right? So this is like a moving offset, you see? It's just adding the vector 3s, right? When you add a vector 3, you translate. You probably know this, Felipe, because you're way smarter than me, very likely. So so the directional light itself is simply copying the current offset. That's it. You know, we're simply setting up the current offset, saying initial offset plus target position, right? So the position that we have initially, we add the target position, and we keep moving like that, you know? So we keep, you know, so if the offset is moving, the light, so this is the light, this is the car, the light is moving, right, with the car. That's what we want, right? And since the target is set here, right, the light is always pointing its target here, right? Otherwise, the light would be always, you know, it would be moving, but it always pointing towards the place, you know, to 0, 0, 0. So we set the car, we always have the, you know, light set in its position towards the car, you know, its target towards the car, and we're also moving with the car. So the shadow box will always be contained around the car. You know, you always have the shadow box around the car. That's what you want, so that it's well contained and it's not moving around. That's something you want to do with shadows always, with moving shadows, so that, you know, your lights are not like, your shadows are not like all over the place. You want to contain them with a target. You see, you go to that target and say, okay, this is where I want to see the lights, where I want to see shadows. Sorry, not lights, right? You probably want lights everywhere, right? Some kind of light. Most places, well, I don't know. There's someone making a game there where, you know, there's no lights in many places and there's lights in some places. Very, very, very interesting. A top-down kind of experience. Very, very cool. Yes, Sarah, of course you can. Yes, Sarah, of course. All right, Felipe, let me know. Sarah asked, can I ask you something? Of course you can ask me something, Sarah. Of course you can ask me something. Why not? Why not? You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. Ask anything, Sarah. Okay. So, was that cool, Felipe? Was that cool? Let me know if you found that interesting, if you found that useful, mate. And of course, if you just go and tell me there in the Discord if you want that code, I'll just give it to you. No problem. As always, you know, there to help always. Yeah. What else? Okay. Yeah. Let me know if there's something there that wasn't very clear. We can clarify it before we move on to something else. But yeah, I'm going to start probably. Yeah. I'm going to reset this project. I'm just going to refresh the project so that we can see what broke here, because this is so weird, so strange. Something definitely broke in a bad way. So yeah, let's see if we can see the light now. Yeah, now it's working. Yeah, it's probably something I did with the new version, the new dev version. Probably broke something there. So yeah, we should. Brilliant, Felipe. Brilliant. Thank you so much. Glad you're finding this useful, mate. Yeah. Brilliant. So let me know how it works now. Sorry, let me show you how it works now. Because I told you about it, but I didn't really show you how it worked. So let me go back here. Now that I made sure that this thing actually was working, and yeah, let's see. Okay, we have the car there. Remember, we have the car there, and now let's play. Probably gonna have some problems with the car starting up. Okay, so when you come here close to you see how we can see shadows there, right? Right, but now, oh yeah, we have some problems here with the runtime, with the how you say, Um, yeah, we're having some problems here, but don't worry. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let me show you this 100. Let's do 100. Something like very, very white. Okay, there, you can see it. You can see that. Can you see the shadows going away and coming up, coming in? Can you see that? They're going away there. You see? Because we're away from the, you know, the box is 50 by 50. So it's only covering this much. So if you know more or less how much the players are going to be seeing, you can limit the shadows to that amount so that you're not really doing, you know, more than you need to do, and just limiting them to a certain place and all that, you know. It's just making the you can make lower resolution shadows in a smaller environment, and that will be much more performant. That's always a better option than, you know, just making your shadows massive, you know. So like in this case, like we just do 20. Like if I come here, right, you can't see the shadows appearing out of thin air, right? You always see the shadows. It's like they've always been there, but no, they're just appearing there. They're just coming in, and it's actually just the light itself moving around and rendering the shadows everywhere they go. The shadows are very, very expensive. So one thing I do is, you see these shadows. This is another trick here, right? So you see how these shadows are a bit blended with the scene, right? So something I like doing is my hemisphere light, right? My hemisphere light, its intensity is at 7. You see, this is the actual light that is doing the hard work, right? You see? Whoa, you see how my car just went up because, yeah. So this is the light that is actually doing the hard work. And then you have this directional light. If you look at it, it's actually doing not that much of a work. It's 1, right? So if you put at 0, you can see what it's actually doing. It's not that much. It's only there for the shadows. So the shadows blend quite well when you just have like the light source itself, like the big light source. It's another light source that doesn't really depend. Also, like if you set this at 7, you see how the shadows don't look great? Shadows look pretty bad when you do that. Like you invert it, and it also doesn't look great. You see that? Because directional light, it just goes directly on the faces that it's touching, and then everything else is dark. So the best way to do that is the hemispheric light, the hemisphere light. It's the best one to show like everything around, right? So show all the objects, like the light will really show around the object. And then you have a directional light that is going with shadows, with real-time shadows, very low. You don't need to have them at massive resolution or anything. You see how the map size here is 256, so it's not a big shadow map. And it's also, you know, 30. It's even 30. Well, I said it was 50, but it's 30 actually, because we are not going to look so much far away. So we just have a 30 by 30, 30, 30, right? So that's our shadow map, right? 30 everywhere. It's a box, 30 by 30 by 30, basically. And it's 256 by 256, the shadow map. Very, very, you know, smooth anywhere, right? It looks smooth. It looks nice because the actual shadows, right, don't have to be, you know, like cutting, you know, you know, really, sorry, I had that. But the shadows don't have to really cut down the surface, you know. It's not necessary. You just have to trick the brain to think, oh, there's a shadow there, you know, and it has to look nice. Sometimes just having it this way, just smoothing it out, it looks much better, and, you know, tricks the brain into just seeing the shadow there, you know, and that's it, you know. And it's much more performant, much more performant. So yeah, I highly recommend doing that. The counter side of it is that do you not have shadows here? You see, shadows are not here. Because the shadows are there. That's where the light is, right? That's where the light is. You see how it works now? It's working now. Well, where is it? No. Oh, there. Whoa, yeah, there it is. So you see how the shadows are pointing here now. So the shadows are around these buildings, around this place. So in the editor, you won't see the shadows. You will just see the shadows in the place they are, 0, 0, 0. Unless you build some tool, you can build a little editor tool to, you know, the editor is extendable, so you can do that. But yeah, I think this is useful. Oh, so Sarah is selling artwork. Yeah, no. No, thank you, Sarah. No, thanks a lot, but I'm not looking I'm not looking for any of that right now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not shopping for anything right now. Super clear. Thank you. Oh, it's that was all. That was all. But yeah, Felipe, let me know if that was useful as well. I think it's useful for anyone watching, right? But I think mostly, Felipe was there, so I don't know if anyone else is here. I don't know if anyone else is here. Who else? We have like four people on YouTube. So yeah, if you're there, let me know. Yeah, if you found this useful, if you're finding this interesting, we have, maybe 3-4 people we have there. I don't know. I really don't know how many people we have. Probably 3, because I think I may be one of them. So yeah. All right. Cheers, everyone. Also, if you're watching this right now, if you're catching me up right now, happy Labour's Day. I keep saying Labour's Day. Happy Labour Day. Happy Labour Day. Happy Labour Day. This is a very important day in Uruguay, by the way, where I'm from. This is a very important day. It's usually celebrated, very celebrated. Uruguay is a very secular country. It's not religious at all. All the celebrations, all the religious celebrations have been secularized in a way, so that represent everyone, regardless of their religion or anything, and everyone can, choose whatever they want to do on those celebrations, and then you don't have to, celebrate this, Christmas. You don't believe in Christmas, you can celebrate another day. So everyone shares the same traditions and everything, but to each their own, to each their own. And Philippe is saying, yeah, it's super cool. I was wondering what's the difference between direction and hemisphere light. Yeah, yeah, that's it. When you start using it, you realize how powerful a good hemisphere light is. I love hemisphere lights. It's my most favorite light, definitely 100%. Oh, okay, let me fix it. Oh, yeah, okay. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. It's happening again. Let's see if it's working now. It should be fixed. Let's see if it's working now. Yeah, it's working now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at I was hearing the monitor there. I have it on the TV there. It's pretty far away, but yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I just have to reset the audio interface. I just have to reset it on the settings, and it starts working. So yeah, yeah. So turns out Sarah was selling. So salesperson, selling stuff. So yeah, it's just a profile selling things. I don't know. I've been engaged by a couple of times with things, people saying I'm gonna sell you stuff for for your channel for a reasonable price and things like that. But I'm not looking for things to add to the channel. Honestly, I know. But yeah, when I am, I will be looking for it. Not right now. Yeah, last time also, yeah, I don't know. It wasn't too great. So yeah, let's let's keep it that way. But yes, let's go with what else? What was I saying? Yeah, the power of a real of a hemisphere light. Hemisphere lights are amazing because what a hemisphere light does, right? It illuminates things from above and from below in a different way. So it kind of looks like you can get like this feeling like light is coming from above or like it's coming from below, right? But the whole point is that it gives you a different lighting from the bottom and the top. and that's really good. It really adds up, texture and depth very easily. It adds class, and then you have this, the directional light saying actually where the things have to shine from, right? Where's the light source coming from? So it's tricking you. Actually the whole thing is illuminated and you see the whole thing, but then the important parts have to shine because you see where the light is coming from. That's just 1 or 2 at most, 1.5, anything from between 1 and 2, and at least in when you have a 7 on the hemisphere light, it's just coming through there, and you can actually see how the it smooths out, the light smooths out much better. Working with a couple of lights, never use one light, right? Never use one light, because unless you have no shadows, nothing in the game, and you don't want any kind of depth, it's okay, but if you want any kind of depth, and want to do you need actual light work, do some light work with just, adapt yourself a bit, with a couple of lights. Hemisphere light and directional light should be enough. But you can add something else if you want. Yeah, I would recommend that this very, very much. Philip said you work as a game developer. I do dev work here and there, but right now, this point in time, I'm just focusing on Rogue Engine right now. I do mostly, I do freelance work. I was doing a lot of freelance work, but right now I'm mostly focusing on Rogue Engine because I need to launch 1.0. We're going towards 1.0. You can see because of the we're going back to the other project there, to the tower defense. But you can see from the multi-select thing that we had here, that's part of what I'm doing there. 1.0 will have multi-select finally. It's like, oh yeah, it's like we really needed multi-select. It's like we needed multi-select so much. How is it possible that we didn't have multi-select for so long? Well, mostly because it's really hard to do. It's really, really hard. It opens up cans of worms, and it was a lot easier to handle things and to develop fast, handling one object at a time, where I could really focus on just making one thing at a time, being very editable and very, very good. But now it's time to expand, to really do things right. And it's just add the whole multi-select thing, and everything's working right now. Multi-select in general probably have some bugs. So right now, the reason I'm using the dev version of Rogue Engine here is that we need to test this. We need to make sure that it's working. So I'm stress testing and put into the test while using it. So yeah, we're working on this tower defense here in the live stream. Whenever I come in and I just test things around, I just add something else and all that, like here, this is more or less how it's oh yeah, I forgot that it opens up in a how's it doing? Yeah, it's attacking there. Yeah, there you go. I forgot that it opens up in a full screen. I have to remove the full screen thing because it's annoying. It's so annoying. I'll remove it. But yeah, where do I remove that? Let's go and remove that because it's very, very annoying. Actually, very, very annoying. I think it's in the game logic. Let's oh, I have to open. Oh, do I have to? No, it's right here. Yeah, it's right here. So let's open it. Let's open it up. Let's come here. Components. Game logic. Let's come here to the full screen thing. Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I was testing it back then, but it was set full screen. You can do this. You see UI container on pointer down. This is how you can do full screen for your app. You see runtime dot set full screen. It'll go full screen when you click on the screen, basically, because the UI container is always on top and it gets managed. Don't use the for full screen for anything that you have to click on. Don't use the rogue DOM container for that, because you'll have to manage the events for that. But all the events in UI container will get cleaned up because the thing gets wiped out. So you can use that for events and things that you want to just click on. Very much recommend using that. Mostly for working in the editor. For your own game, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? When you're for the launch game, But when you're working in the editor, it's much better to use UI container, because every time you click play and stop, you know, it's always refreshing there, and that will help you out. But the UI, the DOM container, right? This is the actual game, the thing contained in the canvas. You don't want that to be that's being reused all the time, so you don't want to use that for this. Use the UI container. Yes, very much. So but we're not going to use this now. We don't want that. It's very annoying. Yes. This is what we did the other day to test the instantiate. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well. Yes. Do you work as a game developer, Felipe? By the way, I didn't ask you that. Why are you building a game for passion? Are you doing it for? Do you work for a company, something building games, doing stuff? Do you work as a dev, as a regular job? Tell us a bit about you, what you do, Felipe. And so what else? Let's go and look at this. Okay, now that we don't have all that annoying thing going on, we can look at this in a much better way. Yeah, we have this cannon there. We can add another cannon. You can see how the cannon is very powerful in there. The cannon also has this explosion. We need to add the explosion to the cannon. We need to have some kind of explosion. We have an expansive. We already have like this expansion, area damage thing for the cannon. So like if when it's hitting an enemy, it's hitting all the enemies around it. In a linear fashion, right? So it's not a constant linear, right? So it's let's see, where is the where is our component there? Projectile. There you go. Yeah, so I think I did it. I don't know if I did it live or if I did it to test something else. But basically what we're doing, we're applying damage. If there is no damage radius, right? If damage radius greater than 0, we do this, but otherwise we just apply the damage, right? But if damage radius is greater than 0, we're going to look for all the minions, right? So get component minion, get components. So get all the components of type minion, right? So we're getting all of them. We're doing for each minion of minions, right? So where it's just iterating the minions array, and we're saying, okay, we're getting the distance, right? Distance to from our minion to the target's position, right? To the one that we're actually hitting, right? So that's where the missile hit. And we want to get the distance to it. We use that distance. Then we have a ratio, right? We have the ratio. How do we calculate the ratio? We say 1 minus the distance divided by the damage radius, right? This is what we have in our this is just a numeric value that we have that decides how much damage do we do in a radius. It's like a ratio for us, right? In a way. And so we say that ratio, right, is then it's going to be multiplied by our damage, and that will be our actual damage, right? So in this case, for our projectile, we're applying that damage, right? We're applying that damage, same as we do here, right? But we're doing it in this way here. We could actually, oh no, we can't. This is a better way to do it. I was considering just saying one apply damage, just calling one of them, but that would mean like I have to create some sort of variable there, some variable in the middle, so I would have to create something that it's going to be annoying. So let's separate it for one line of code. Just leave it like that. I just want over engineering for no reason. It's those kinds of things where you just I have to do this. No, you don't have to. No need to. Let me show you what I wanted to do. I'm going to show you what I wanted to do, what my brain was thinking so that you know what's going on. Okay, so I said let damage, okay, equals this dot damage. Okay, all right, this is what I thought. Then what we do is, sorry, made a mistake there, and we do this. We come and bring this here, and we say damage. All right, there. This is what I was thinking. Okay, my brain was doing this at the time. Okay, so this. So instead of having a to apply damages, right, we just set damage. If the damage radius is greater than 0, right, we set damage to something else. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know what is best, what isn't. This is over engineering. You know what over engineering would be? Like if I did calculate area damage, and okay, yeah, this is over engineering. This is very much over engineering, and we say that otherwise return this dot damage, okay, and in this case we No, this wouldn't work. No, this wouldn't work. No, because we're doing it for each minion. No. Abort. No. In fact, look, over engineering made a mistake. This was happening in a for loop. No. You see how I was doing a mistake? I'm making a mistake because I was thinking of over engineering it. I hadn't looked at the code for a while. And now I look back at the code again and I'm thinking, oh, I need to change this thing. And sometimes, you just want to refactor things to work and you break them. Don't touch them. Just leave them there they are. No, touch them. No. Just think about it twice. Just, relax. Breathe. Take a good deep breath of fresh air. And say, I want to be in peace. I want to be left alone. So code wants that too. Just let the code be. Let the code be. Control Z. Yes. Can you hear it? Yes. Thank you very much. It's telling you thank you. Thank you for letting me be. Thank you for letting me be myself. Code is telling you. There you go. There's a reason you did it that way. Look at it again. Don't try to just override everything you did. This is like just telling myself that. You realize I'm just telling myself this, right? I hope you realize I'm doing that because that's what I'm doing. Yeah, don't be an idiot. Don't be like me. Just no. Don't be like me. I'm sorry, Felipe. You were talking. I was just insulting myself a lot. So Felipe is saying I'm a full stack web dev. Found out about Rogue Engine whilst studying Three.js. That's a good way to find out about Rogue Engine. I think best way probably. Three.js. What's not to love about 3, right? And so I really want to make my own game. I tried Unreal Engine, Unity, Godot, but Rogue Engine is just so fun. Probably because of TypeScript. Yeah, yeah, that helps a lot, right? If you're a web dev, right? So if you're full stack dev, you're using Unity. You feel probably better than Unreal for that purpose. But yeah, definitely. Rogue Engine for any full stack web dev or anything like that. It just feels, it's your thing, right? It's the thing that you actually do. So yeah, you want to use that, right? It kind of feels good. That's not to say that you shouldn't use anything as other things that that are basically really good for you in general, that are very useful, and that you should not I say, avoid them. Don't avoid learning things. Don't avoid learning new things. But yeah, it's naturally, using the things that come natural to you, and will always be more fun in the sense that you can build more stuff easily. Yeah, But definitely, yes. If you're already a web dev, if you're already doing these things, you can start making games with this very easily, right? And so that's I think a big advantage. And I think the biggest advantage is the fact that it's web native, so you can just share it on the web very easily. And that's very, very useful, right? That's a really good thing. You want that in the web. You want it if your game is web native, right? It's already made for the web. It's already there. It's going to work, right? And Rogue Engine is just a website, right? It's just a browser. This is just a browser, and this is just your game. So however it's working here, that's how it's going to work. You see, that's how it's going to work. And you can just click on this IP thing here, right? This is the local address, and you can test it on your browser, and you can also copy this in your phone, right? Just type this thing in your phone. Can you see this? Yeah, you can see it. Type this thing on your phone, right? Look at your own, right? Look at your own, open, and don't do this now without Rogue Engine open and all that, because it's not going to work. This is my local thing, right? So open this thing up, when you're with your project open, right? Just go here and it'll open it, run the project on your any device in your network. So try that, try that on any device and see how it's working. It's already web. It's already there on the web, right? This is a server just running your game. You see, this is a local server running your game, in your local environment. So it's web native. So yeah, use web native things for the web. Makes a lot of sense, right? I don't know. And it's using also the non-native web things are WebAssembly modules, right? So you can have a WebAssembly module for instance, right now we have physics on WebAssembly using Rapier, right? We don't need to stick with Rapier forever. If something else comes up and it's much better, we can use that. That's where Rogue Engine is very modular. You can bring in all the things you can, like in this case, we have Rapier right now, right? Let me show you Rapier. We have Rapier here, right? We have Rapier, Rogue Rapier here. But yeah, you can use something else if you want. You can use something else. You don't want to use Rogue Rapier, right? Well, you can use Canon, right? You can use, just integrate another game engine. Look at how Rapier is integrated. You can integrate it yourself, because it's just a code. It's just code in Rogue Engine here. It's just as if you have written it. You can look at it, at the components. You can make them yourself. Yeah. So and you can make this editor script. That like this one, it's in a folder it's in a folder called editor. You can't see it, but let me show you. Yeah, it's in a folder called editor, and you can just use that, right? You can use this to with this component there, and you can use that for to make your own tools there, right? This thing, for instance, what it's doing is just showing you the colliders for things, right? So let me show you a collider. Let me bring a collider in here. Where's the collider? Where are colliders? Okay, Alt A, right? Let's look for our minion, Malleable, I think it's called, right? I think I called it Malleable. They call it Malleable? What did I call it? Melee, did I? Melee minion? Yeah, there you go, yeah. So I call it Melee minion. Yeah, let's bring it in here in the scene. Right, yeah. And, what did I do? Yeah, this is what happens when you work with a dev version. Things don't work, and then you're like, what? Yeah, it's things break, and then you are like, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, it's just, okay, let's come back here, yeah. I'm stress testing. I'm checking out the errors that we could have here, and we're seeing some errors. What's going on? Kind of inside. Let's see. Okay, let's do some debugging here. Scene graph. So okay, we have a problem there with the timing. Yeah, when I changed the graph things, I've been working on the hierarchy, so I probably broke this while working on the hierarchy. That's where in a dev version, this is part of what I go through. It's good. I think it's good that you see this, because it is actually part of building Rogue Engine. Is I come here, I test things, I break a lot of things all the time, and then sometimes I have to like leave things behind because I realize that it's breaking too much stuff, so I don't add them to the engine, to the next version. Sometimes I realize that some things, you know, can't be added, just can't be bothered with at the moment. I need more research and do more stuff to make them happen. So I have to be very diligent. I have to make sure that I'm not breaking anyone's stuff. So yeah, that's one thing, right? So yeah, I'm gonna have to do another test later, but it's good that you see this working as it is right now, right? It's healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy for us to have this relationship. Where you see a Genshin breaking in a dev version, in a development version, you see the latest things going on, right? It's interesting. It's interesting. I think it's nice. Let's see if you're listening to me well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's working. Okay. All right. All right. Yes. Let's keep working on this. All right. Let's keep working on this. So, what's going on here, right? Let's see. Let's see if we can bring the prefab in here. I probably broke something here. I don't know. What did I break? I really don't know. There you go. It's working now. I don't know what I broke. Something. I think it's something to do with after play mode, because you see how it also broke things on the other game and the other thing where after coming back from play mode, something broke up. So probably something that I was adjusting is broken in this branch. So I'm gonna have to make sure I fix that. Yeah. But yes, this, for instance, this editor component is adding, the Rogue Rapier editor component is adding this colliders to every object. You see, you can't see them, but they are part of the debug of the engine, right? Of the Rapier, of the Rapier package. But it's right there, right? It's running. Rapier is running right now behind the scenes, basically just basically instead of running as a physics engine, it's just running like one frame and showing you where the colliders are, something like that, right? Basically, it's not running the physics engine. It's just there present and telling us, hey, these things are here right now. So when you select something, you can see the actual collider there. You see, we have in here, we have a sphere, right? So that's what we're seeing there. You see, so we could have it this way, right? I just added this for to see it easily, but basically it's just that, right? It's a rapier ball, and you see in the rapier ball there. Yeah. That's good, right? That's interesting. Oh, Felipe is saying, unfortunately, I have to go now. Thanks for everything. See you on Discord. Yes, Felipe, thank you very much. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't say goodbye afterwards. Well, maybe you're still here. Thank you very much for being here, Felipe. And yeah, see you later, mate. Yeah, hopefully you can see this afterwards. And if something else happens here, you can enjoy it as well. Yeah. Let's hope we can do some more stuff here right now. I'm starting to get bothered by the fact that so many things are broken after play mode, probably. So let's test that. Let's do that. Let's run this test. Okay, let's just play. Let's come back, and now let's bring this in. And this is fine. Okay, this is fine right now, I think. Let's test. Let's see how it's working. It's okay. Yes, we have all the materials. The warnings for the materials, that's okay. That's what we want, because it means the materials are loading asynchronously. So that's okay. The problem here is that something happened. Let's try this again. Let's try melee minion. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, I used the wrong one. Okay, so no bugs there. It's just that I was using the wrong one. Enemies. Yeah, okay, this is a broken prefab. That I know we have a broken prefab. I know for a fact there's a broken prefab here. This one is broken. This is very much broken. Yeah, so we know that for a fact. So yeah, we're not going to use that one. Yeah. It's wow. With OBS on, it takes so long to load these things. It usually takes like maybe 2 seconds at most to load the prefab icons for the first time. They load synchronously, so the first time it takes a while, right? The next time it's very, very fast, you see? So, you know, it's not, they don't load at the beginning because you don't need to see them at the beginning. So every time you open a folder, it's going to try and load. It's going back to a second service and saying, okay, let's build this thing so that it doesn't block you from doing the stuff you need to do to get the images and load them there. But with OBS open, wow, it takes so long. It takes so long. It is taking longer. I mean, the prefabs take a bit longer because what happens with the prefabs is they have to take the they have to take all of the materials. They have to load the materials that they have and all of these things, you know. So they have to go through every material they have, and this one has many materials I have to go through. Even though it's just 3 materials, right? It has many material slots where these 3 materials are in. So it's kind of, you know, a pain in the arse. So you know, yeah, that's what happens, and yeah, we have to abide by the rules there. Sadly, it's very, very slow. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to sneeze. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a good sneeze. I'm sorry you couldn't hear it. But yeah, I just thought it was too much to sneeze on your face. Yeah, I had a very good sneeze. All right. Horrible. All right. Okay. So we know that this thing is working now. Wow, it's only 2 people, so probably 1 person on YouTube. I don't know who else is on YouTube, honestly. Who else we're watching this right now on YouTube? I mean, come on. Yeah, it really puts me off. Sort of thinking, okay, what should I do if there's no one there? Like, if there's just 1 person and it's not even watching this, right? I know there's 1 person on Twitch. I know who that is. And I know there's like 1 person on YouTube. What should I do when nobody's watching? Right? Just keep going. You know, it's like, it's very annoying, right? Because, I mean, you probably watching this after the fact. I know a lot of people watch this after the fact. You know, I know at least, you know, 100 people will look at it after the fact. And then I'm like, you know, should I keep going for those people, right? For this 100 people that watch it later on, you know? You probably should, right? I don't know how many people watch it the whole thing, though. And so, yeah. I'm thinking maybe some people live in the background, like I do in many live streams. Right now, just to learn, right? I'm trying to learn live streaming, so yeah, it's kind of annoying. I know. Yeah, makes me feel it for people doing. It makes me appreciate live streamers a lot more doing it. You kind of appreciate it more. The fact that you actually have to stay there and keep talking and doing stuff and being engaging, you know, all the time, even though you are yeah, I don't really know, you know, you don't really know how many people are watching, and then when more people come and watch, right? I mean, that's when it really starts, I guess, feeling great, right? But before that happens, right, you have to pull through. You know, it's grind. It's a real grind. It's really weird. It's just sitting here talking to the camera, and you don't really know who's there. You know, it's like 2 people maybe. People don't talk in the chat. You don't really know who's there. That's interesting. Hopefully you're enjoying my vlogs on live vlogs on live blogging, the experience. All right. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, we're sort of vlogging, aren't we? Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. I guess it's just turned into, it wasn't supposed to be, but we're kind of doing that. Yeah. Okay, so let's consider what we need to do in this game to make it, you know, to keep adding to it. Yeah, we have to keep making this, you know, to keep improving this thing. And so we need an explosion for the projectile. Let me look at the projectile. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's things we were testing. Where is the projectile? Where is our missile? Oh, here's our missile. Okay, so we have the missile here. Oh, prefab editor. Oh, prefab editor. Beautiful, beautiful prefab editor in here. Ah, I know, Marky, if you're watching this. Here you go, Marky. How nice is this, Mark? You very much championed this. So there you go. Yeah, you asked for it, and I was like, this has to be here. This has to be here. And yeah, so you know, when people ask for things, when people are building cool shit with Rogue Engine, and you ask for something, and it's, you know, something that makes sense, I'll do it, that or something even better. You know, it's just go all the way, because I think it's I think that's how an engine, that's how the software should be built, right? People building the cool shit, you know, you kind of know what the fuck's going on, right? So yeah, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. I think that's how it has to be. So the missile, what's the missile doing? The missile has a speed of 40, has a damage of 5, and has a damage radius of 10. So it's actually going to be applying, you know, this as a radius. You know, we're going to be dividing the damage by 10. That's what it means, right? Remember that we have the apply damage here, right? So we're going to get the distance divided by 10, right? And that is the radius where it's going to actually be doing the damage, right? That's the amount of yeah, because I said ratio, but no, it's not ratio, it's the radius. I confused radius with ratio. Okay, but yeah, the distance that we have from the minion, we divide that by the radius, right? We say 1 minus that, right? So that's how we get the radius, the ratio. You see what I'm doing? And so with the ratio multiplied by the damage, we get the actual damage that we do to you know, in through the distance, right? Through distance. That's what we want to do. We want to have damage through distance. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here in this component, and that's how we are applying damage through distance. So it would be great to see the actual damage happening, right? So we're going to add that later. We're going to add this CSS2D to see the little damage thing on top of the players, on top of the enemies. Sorry, but yes, let's do that later. Hold on a second. Okay, we're gonna have a little bathroom break. Okay, we're gonna have a little bathroom break. All right, just a little second. Okay, let's look at me here. Okay, let's do this, and there you go. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Okay. If someone's still there after me leaving like that, ooh, well, you're pushing through, mate. You're pushing through, and I very much appreciate it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you so much. I forget I have to look at the camera, right? I have a camera, right? The camera is way up there, right? So you kind of have to remember to look up there. But yeah, sometimes at least I have to look at the camera and not the computer. You know, I keep looking at the computer camera here. Never been there. But yeah, I always look at the computer camera, laptop camera. Yes. So, okay, well, what are we going to do now? We don't have, let's see, how many people we have? Probably, how many? Wow, 2 people. Wow, how many we have? Wow. And I'm probably one of them. So whoever you are watching from Twitch and YouTube, thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for just sticking it out for this lad. All right. Okay, let's get back at it. Also, well, on other news, Liverpool winning the Premier League. If you're in the UK, if you're from here, you know how much that means. So yeah, very, very happy about that, right? I'm sorry, Man United fans. I'm sorry, Evertonians. I'm more sorry, Evertonians. Like, I respect Evertonians because Evertonians, like part of the city, it's every one of them are like Liverpoolians, so it's very, very, there has to be respect there and love between people from the city. But Man United, Man United. Probably never saying, Sarah, that was a long yeah, Sarah was doing that. Yeah. Yeah, it was grifting. No, grifting. No, it's grinding it out. Going for the work there. Yeah. Yeah. That was I was mystified how someone comes here and just listens to me. He just watches me. Imagine just turn off the audio for a while and just look at me. That's what she supposedly was doing. That was suspicious from the very beginning, right? It's what are you even doing, Sarah? Yeah, selling, right? That's it. Yeah. I'm doing good. I'm good too. Thank you very much, Fanir. Thank you very much. That was a fun thing to see. But yeah. We yeah. It was fun. It was fun when it lasted. I think Sarah got mad. That I didn't send my Discord stuff. But hey, if you know where to look, my Discord is right there, right? You can just go and look for me anywhere, right? I'm everywhere. So interesting, very interesting. How you going, Falina? How's it going, mate? Thank you for being here. I very much appreciate your presence here, mostly on Twitch. With Twitch, it's like, Twitch have to grind Twitch. Like, Twitch is a grind, for me. It's like, it's one person on Twitch, It's just, you're the one person on Twitch, It just feels special, you're the one person on Twitch. You realize you leave and it'll be 0 there. That's incredible, It's a very special place to be in. So, I love when they DM me on Discord asking if I'm a streamer and for a link to the channel as if it wasn't already yeah, right. It's like not even it's actually more effort. It's actually more effort to ask, I mean, it's more effort to ask than just look for it, right? But that kind of goes to show that it's either a robot or a very lazy person, or a very lazy robot, right? So it's one of the two. I'm thinking it's one of the two. I don't know which one I lean more for, because I honestly don't know. I think some people just sound like robots, because if I didn't know much English or something, probably I would sound more like a robot. I sound like an idiot, instead of sounding like a robot. I choose that. It's a choice. I'm an idiot by choice. Yeah, I laugh at my own jokes. You see, that's how it works. That's it. Yeah, it's stupid by choice. That's how it is. That's how you do things. That's how I roll, mate. That's how I roll. Just to be an idiot. If you're gonna be an idiot, just choose to be one. Yeah, I see you do. I deserve a matter for that. I deserve a bit. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do a little test now. We're gonna test if we can kill all the minions at once. Oh, the shit is cold, mate. Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Shit's cold. Oh, fucking hell, mate. That's better. Ugh. It's so... when it's cold, it's like... Yeah, just... all right, let's go back in there. Let's see we're going to... We have to make sure that little bombs explode, right? We have to make sure little bombs explode. Do the little bombs explode, and do they kill everyone? I don't know. Let's see if they kill everyone, because here we have, like, I don't know if you were watching, Falene, or someone else was there on Twitch. It was someone else, probably it was you, but we had the the distance here. We have a distance, we have a damage radius, and we have damage. We get the ratio from this, from the distance and the radius, and with that we get the damage value, right? And so we apply the damage for every minion to every minion. Oh no, we're doing it wrong. We're doing it to the target. No, we need to do it to every minion. Right? Yes, we need to do it to every minion. Yeah, this was wrong. Yeah, we do it to every minion. Right, so we get the distance from the current minion in the array that we're looking at to the target, right? Because the target is the place where we hit, right? We're choosing the target, we're hitting that target, and then we want to hit everything around that target. So that target is getting like the full blow, full damage, and we're getting, because here we're getting all of the minions, all the components with the minion component, right? So we're getting all the minion components in the scene, and that's all the objects that have, all the objects that have a minion component in the scene are minions, right? So we're iterating through them. We're getting the distance, right, from the target where we hit, and that includes the target, right? So here's the thing: one of these is the target, so one of these will be the target. So that one's getting the full blown damage, right? And everyone else is getting just a little bit less, depending on how further away they are from the enemy. Hand you up since you went live, but I was too busy to pop in and say hi. Oh, well, so glad you're here. Then you just watched me say that all over again. Yeah, I just repeated that for everyone else. Then for all the other two people, that the other one, someone else on YouTube, maybe. They're the one person on Twitch, and I think there are probably how many other people on YouTube? Well, there's like one more person on YouTube probably. So yeah, it's special, very special day. Happy Labour's Day, by the way. I keep saying Labour's Day. Oh, happy Labour Day. Falling here. Happy Labour Day to you. And to everyone else watching. I keep saying that, it's a special day. In Uruguay, it's a very special day. It's like I was saying today that Uruguay is very secular in all the festivities and all that. To each their own, celebrate whatever you want. All the celebrations have been secularized. The Holy Week thing, is the cyclist week, the tourism week, and the Christmas is family day, so if you're Jewish or whatever you are, or Christian or anything, you can celebrate whatever you want that day. But hey, nationally is the family day, but this day, like January, like May 1st, it's very important. It's like, okay, celebrate this day because it was yeah, it's an important day in Uruguay. Everyone grills meat. Everyone does turns on the grill, and nobody works. Well, nobody, but everyone who's employed by someone has to mostly be at home, and they can bake something. They can do something on the grill. Usually, people grill stuff outside, or inside, depending on how cold it is and rainy. But yes, it's a special day. It's a sacred day. It's one of those things that you can be very secular about it. Or you can be very religious about it. Right? It's a very sacred day in Uruguay. So yeah, I take it very seriously, and I say happy Labor Day to everyone because your effort for the progress of society is noticed. Thank you very much for your work, and yes, keep at it. Let's keep at it. So we have a minion. We're applying damage to that minion to every minion in the scene. Let's see if it works. Oh, we have the. What did I do here? Okay, let's exit this thing. Look at that. That was weird. What happened there? Why did the thing disappear? I don't know. That was weird. But yes, we have. Oh, I love the prefab editor. Those things that you kind of feel, this pleasure after building them. So nice. Yeah. Marky, I know you feel the same way, Marky. If you're watching this later after the fact. Okay, so let's turn this on. Let's play this and let's see how much damage we are actually making. Let's see if we are actually damaging anyone else, right? Because I think that's the point, right? We have to see. Yeah, but we're not going to see much of it, right? Yeah, we're not going to see much of that. Let's try and do this. I know. Let's set the missile. Oh, how cool is to have this here. Oh my god. Ah, it's so good to have this thing here. Let's make this like 100. I think this one was how much was this? Let's see again. It was 1. Let's see, yeah. 100. All right, let's make this 100 save. And now we play. Should be more, right? I mean, it should be a bit more, shouldn't it? Strange. I don't know. I'm strange by it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Because this thing, I feel like it should be doing more. Let's say 100, something like that. So because maybe the distances are a bit, too little. Maybe it's just hurting the one that's beside it or something. I don't know. But I think I should be making more damage. I feel like it should be making more damage. Let's see. I mean, this should kill everyone. There. Okay, it did. Oh, it didn't kill everyone. Look at that. Okay, so distances are quite narrow. You see that? Look at that. There's still 2 left. Look at that. Okay. So, yeah, the distance is strange, isn't it? How big is 100? How big is 100 here? That's weird, right? It's weird. Because it would be like 100 divided by... Oh, no, it's fine. Right. Because it's a... Yeah, because... No, not that. The box. I had the environment selected. No. So, yeah. 100. Nah, this is 100. It's a lot. But it is 100 divided by... So you're going to get a little bit of damage at this point, right? So if you're here, you got... if you got here with 100, it's divided throughout this whole thing, right? So it's like... Well, from here, right? From here, yeah, it's... yeah, actually should be more. I think it should be more. I don't know. We need to monitor the damage. We definitely need to monitor the damage. Yeah, we can't be in the dark like this. We have been in the dark for way too long. We need some monitoring of damage. Damage monitoring. We need more of that. And yeah, we need some of that. Yeah. Let's test this out. Let's test this out. Let's check it out and see how it goes. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking this thing. I'm checking the OBS because it's dragging my mouse. Why is it dragging my mouse? No, don't drag my mouse. Thank you. Oh, OBS. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes I think you just want to. Yeah. So, well, I know. Before we do that, before we do the damage thing, I noticed that we haven't done the upgrades for the cannon. So we can't really upgrade the cannon right now. Let's create the upgrades for the cannon. Also, let's update the missile so we don't have like so few of these. You know, we're doing like 100. Also that, right? Like we're doing 100 in 100. Okay, that makes sense, right? But because we were doing 1 in 100 probably. Oh no, 100 in 10. Right, that was it. Okay, that was it. We were doing 110 in damage, right? Because if we do 1, like if we do like 50 and 10, something like that, on 100, that's one thing. Yeah. Okay, this makes more sense. This is more, more of the thing that we're thinking about. Okay, so more in line with what we were thinking. So let's make it. I don't know. Let's make it. I think 100 is too much, but probably I really don't know right now. Yeah, it's a bit much, right? But let's say 10, okay, and I don't know, 50. I think 50 is fine. Probably something like that. It should be probably more damage, but I don't know. Maybe 10, 10, and we'll test it. We'll test it. Yeah. You should probably kill the enemy just as it hits the enemy, right? The enemy should be killed instantly when being hit with a cannon. Like these melee minions. No, we get being hit with this. Probably just killed instantly. But I don't know. We'll test it out. We'll figure it out. But I think it should be like a very powerful weapon that maybe kills one and then just destroys a bit of others, and maybe has like a more we have it very fast right now, but it should probably be like a lot slower, right? It should have a lot less of fire rate. We should increase the cooldown of this weapon. Oh yes, this really helps my throat. It really helps my throat. My goodness. Yes, we need more mate. We need more mate. We need more mate. Yeah. That's so good. That's so good. It's so energizing. It's 10 p.m. here, right? 10:23 p.m. Okay. So we were saying we want to do the upgrades of the towers, right? Turrets. Okay. No, not the FBX. The prefabs. So we have this one is number 1. This one is level 1 turret. Missile launcher 1. We have everyone else, right? We have everything else has an upgrade. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So this one has 6 because it's 3 for each one of the other ones, right? So this is a tower, like this is the gun 1, right? This is gun 2, gun 3. Then we have laser tower, right? And laser tower 2, right? And then we have laser tower 3, right? And then we have missile launcher 1, and now we need to create missile launcher 2 and missile launcher 3. And the point is that we have these other 2 models here that are going to help us build the laser tower. when we did this the first time, right? Remember that we didn't have the prefab editor. So I'm thinking, maybe I should. I don't know if I should delete this too, or if I should just leave them there and just, yeah, I'll just leave them there and use this right here. Yeah, I'll just do it this way because why not? Okay. Level 1, level 2, level 3. I had them here prepared, already set up. So, okay, I'm not going to use the prefab editor because, yeah, I already prepared them here. Otherwise, I'll have to like re-prepare them on the prefab editor, and this just doesn't make sense. So let's just leave them here and let's use them here. So, yeah, this will be me. No. Sorry. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Okay. Oh, what happened there? The name went away. Okay, that's a problem. So when I undo, the undo didn't work on this. I mean, it didn't update the hierarchy. It was working, right? I mean, it worked because the name was changed, but the hierarchy didn't update when the name was changed. So that's a bug. That's a bug that we need to take note of. Very, very good. We found it here. Okay, so what we do here now is we say, okay, we need to duplicate this thing. Okay, we need to duplicate this one. Well, we have one thing now that we can use with this, right? Yes, we do. We have the copy transform, right? Well, actually, we want the copy transform for this one. Okay, so we're going to do copy transform for this one. And we're going to come to the new one we created here, and we're going to say paste position. Okay, we're going to say that, yeah, we're going to remove the, yeah, we're going to remove this thing, the group itself, like this. Oh, no, wait, do we have something here we need? No, we don't have anything that we need. Okay, no, the barrel is the only thing we actually really need. So yeah, we're just going to leave the barrel there, probably just move it up a bit. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, we need to change the barrel. We need to actually set the new barrel here for this one. Yeah, because remember the barrel is pointed to this other barrel because this is one we duplicated. Well, yeah, this barrel because we duplicated the components, and the components have references to this object, these other objects, right? So duplicate, and then we change the references, like the local references, right, to the objects themselves, right, to the component, like the files and all that. It's going to be a reference to the files, but anything that is local, you know, in the object, you need to reset, right? Yeah, because it's just things that are internal to the object itself. So you have to reset those. In this case, it's just a barrel, right? In general, those references will be right there. Otherwise, you're setting them in the component itself by script. So that would probably make more sense in many cases. So in this case, right here, right now, we have missile launcher 1. We're going to change the missile launcher 2 a name. Okay, and yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to get this object right here, and we're going to put it here. There you go. Right there, eh? What do you think? We have a new one. Yeah. And now we have this one here. Okay, we're going to duplicate this one now. All right. We're going to call it missile launcher 3. All right. We're going to come to this one here again. We're going to say copy transform. And we're going to come here and say copy paste position. And yeah, there you go. Oh, did it change? I saw something strange there going on, right? Did you see the same thing I saw? Let's look at this. Maybe the transform thing didn't move. This is the dev version. This is the dev version when I changed the way it worked. Right. You won't see this bug because remember using a dev version. So yeah, there you go. Because here's the thing. For the multi-select, in order for things to work properly, I had to change the way the this handles positioning. So this is now targeting something else, like a stop object. So it will sometimes do these things right while I'm testing things, right? So this is there's a problem. Now if I come back, right, it's there in the right place. but in some events, I have to make sure that external events change this thing. I realize now that I have a bug there in this new version, so that's something important to keep in mind, and something I will have to work out. Yeah, but let's move the barrel. Remember that we have to set the barrel here. Yeah, the new barrel, this one here. And we also need to come here, grab the group and add it here. And there you go. We now have this one here. And yeah, just to show you, right? Because now the multi-select, the way it works, right? It's a stub object that's positioned here. But now say I'm selecting this with control, right? And I control this and it's showing me both objects there, right? And now this one here, and it's showing me 3 objects there. You see? So it's actually positioned in the center of them, right? There you go. And if I say if I can do like local and global and all that, right? So it's kind of trying its best to do, you know, its thing there. So it's yeah. Yeah, if I move this here, right? If I move this here, like if I select them there, you know how it's going to be there in the center. There you go. Yeah, so that's important. All right, okay. So let's think about destruction. Let's think about power. Let's think about damage, power, destruction, and what we want with that. Okay. So, the launcher tower. We have damage. Firing rate, and we don't have any range to set from the tower itself. We should have range, like an added range or a range, like a set range that we can give the projectile, right? Yeah, towers should have that because all the towers like this one. Why is it so big compared to the other one? Maybe it didn't. Wow, it looks massive compared to the other ones. Oh my god, yeah, why are they so small? Why are they so fucking small? Fucking hell. Yeah, no, they're so small. Fucking no. That's bad. No, they have to be bigger. They have to be much bigger. No. Yeah, this won't work. This won't work. We need something more powerful, something more destructive looking, you know? You need something that looks like it's going to really, you know, drill a hole in you. Yeah. So let's make 3. Let's make it, you know, like. Nah, that 1.5 was okay. Yeah, the height was fine with this one, but we needed more. Yeah, more width probably. Yeah, we could probably make it like a bit high, like an 8 there. You know, like a 6, 7. There you go. There. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. That should do. This one, like, come on. Like, this one has to be, you know, like wait, where is it? Yeah, this one. Okay, we'll update them now because I was thinking updating them later after creating them, and now let's update them now because, yeah, we will create them the way they have to be already. So. 6 probably there because it's already taller, right? Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's much better. I mean, at least it's looking kind of there, right? Kind of there. Okay, yeah, probably more, right? I don't know. It needs to look powerful. It needs to look powerful. It needs to look like it's gonna drill a hole in you. Really needs to look powerful. And this one here, right? We're always changing the model. We're not changing the scale of the root object. Okay, we're just changing the model itself, right? So the actual the group containing the models. Okay, never change the root scale. That's bad idea. Always leave the roots group, always leave it at 111. That's how you make sure the things always work uniformly, you know. Change the insides of things and not really outside. That's a much better way of working. Look, it was already an 18, this one, eh? Yeah, so we should make it like something like 2, right? Like, I don't know, like 4. Yeah, it just has to be powerful, right? It has to be like I don't know, it has to look like it's gonna really destroy you, you know? Probably too much. Probably too much. To 4 is probably too much, but hey, yeah, it's a lot. It's really a lot. Yeah, no, it's too much. 3 is fine, but hey, yeah, that at least looks better, right? This one, I'm not convinced with this one, right? It should be like 3.5, maybe 3.5, 3.5 there, right? Yeah, so that this one is thicker like that, you know? It's like, whoa. There you go. Yeah, that looks mighty. That looks mighty. Yeah, okay, that's okay. I'm not even reading the chat, but yeah, that's I just thought there's probably nobody there talking, so yeah. You don't talk, I don't read the chat. That's what happens. That's what happens. You know, when you talk, I read the chat. When if you're not there, I won't be reading the chat. Like, just if you want to be there, reading, talking. I'm just gonna read what you say. Okay. There you go. So let's think about power and destruction. So this one has 30. This one has 30, and this one has 30. Yeah, so let's make this one 50. Right? Maybe it's a bit too much in it. Maybe, I don't know. 30. Let's make it 40. Let's 45. 45. Yeah, it's like 50% increase, right? Right. Powerful. And let's make this one, the last one, let's make this one 65 or something like that. It's like a bit more than double the first one, right? So this one is 50% more, and this one's like twice as much, right? Something like that. Yeah, a bit more than twice as much, probably. Yeah, just make it more powerful, just make it more. Yeah, that should be okay. But we should set the radius as well. The radius is very important. It's not just about damage, right? This is when it's a lot about radius. We want to make damage in a certain radius. So that's what we really care about here. We're going to do that. We're going to make sure we set that up. Yes, that's very important. So let's set that up. Okay. We have this tower here to compare in size to this one. This is the small one. Yeah. Okay. How's it looking? Okay, they look kind of on par, right? Kind of on par. If you bring this one here, this is the third one for the laser. So the laser looks okay, right? Compared to this one. Good. Right? And the laser 2, right, compared to this one, probably a bit underpowered. Yeah, let's make this one a bit smaller, maybe. I don't know. Probably a bit too much. I might have gone a bit overboard. Okay, yeah. Okay, I admit it. I may have gone a bit too much. Yeah. So probably, like that. It's fine, right? That looks like an improve. It looks like an improve in the sense, they've gone from this to this. Look like, oh yeah, it's just much better, right? It looks powerful weapon you have there. It's kind of what we're looking for, right? I mean, we don't want to, look like we have, something very weak, but we also don't want to make it look like we have way too much stuff, right? It looks like improvements. It looks like improvements, doesn't it? You could have bouncing. Yeah, it looks kind of like that, right? Yes, I think it does. It's probably way too big still, right? It's 25. I like how thick it is, right? I like it's too thick, right? It's too thick. Because the problem is that they look so similar. They're not the same, definitely not the same, but they look very similar. So it's like, can you very well distinguish that they are different? From above, they look bigger, right? It looks bigger, but they don't look that, they're too different. So that's the problem. Yeah. Okay, it will do for now. It will do for now. The barrel's okay. I think it's in the place it is. I think that's fine. This one too, right? I think the barrel's okay there. I think that's okay. Not too much of a problem right now to think about the barrel where it is. Okay, let's save this. Let's save the launcher 1 because launcher 1 we changed it. Remember, we changed the size. Now let's bring launcher 2. Let's bring it in, and we have a new prefab. Launcher 3, and we have a new prefab. There you go. So we have all of our prefabs, and look what I'm going to do now, so that you will be right now. You will be so jealous of me. You'll be so jealous of me right now if you're looking right now. If you're staring, just look at this right now, okay? I don't know if you're looking or not right now, but you're gonna be jealous. You're gonna be very, very jealous of me. Okay. Here you go, eh? Here you go. This one's for you. This one's for you, okay? Oh, look at that. And look at it. Whoa, oh, can you do that? No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. No. Because you know I'm multi-select. But in the next version, you will be able to do that. Yes, mate. You will be able to do that. So yes, we're going there. We're getting there to 1.0. Yes, we're really getting there. I like this side, so bringing some of the new stuff. And the reason I didn't want to do it before is because sometimes things break. I'm testing things. I'm stress testing things. And sometimes I have this branch of things that just breaks. And I don't want, just be working on a game and shit breaks all over the place. And instead of making the game and just running through errors and problems, I don't know how useful that is for you. I don't know, maybe it's entertaining. I don't know, but it's probably good content. I have no idea. But hey, yeah, that's my quarrel with that's my quarrel with doing it that way. Just changing it. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of my quarrel with it. Like just using versions that are, not fully developed, that are full of bugs in Livestream. Probably fun, probably annoying, very likely a mix of both. So yeah, it's a decision we have to make. So if you feel like giving me your opinion on it, I'm very much open, to all opinions of everyone. So let me know what you think of it. But yes, is there actually anyone there? Like, okay, well, we have one more person on YouTube probably. Hey, how you doing? Happy Labor Day. Oh, I said Labor Day and not Labor's Day. Whoa, wow. Incredible, right, really. Once in a lifetime, I say, right. Happy Labor Day. Hope you're enjoying your day. If you are free today, if you're not like me, that you're still working and doing stuff, I hope you're enjoying yourself like I am. I am enjoying myself very much. I'm doing this because I love doing it. That's the truth. So here I am. And yeah, if you're joining us just right now, we're actually we just made the upgrades for our missile launchers, all of these things. So yeah, very, very nice stuff. We can save our scene because we just made some changes. And something else we're going to do is we're going to set up the upgrades now, right? Because look at that, the prefab editor. Every time I open the prefab editor now, it's like that's how it feels like when you build a tool that you actually were hoping for so much. It's like, yes, I wanted this so much. It's like, I think so many times I had those moments with Rogue Engine, so many times. I think that's why I keep building it, I keep grinding through it, is because every time I build something like this, I was waiting for this so much. I so much wanted this. I didn't have it. And that's something else here, right? And this is like prefab editor. It's like, breath of fresh air. It's so cool. So cool. Okay, prefab editor. So we have prefab editor. Marky, that's for you again, Marky. That's for you again, Marky. I don't know if Marky's going to watch this. Marky, if you're watching this, just let me know if you watch this. Let me know if you watch this. Say, I watched it. But yeah, Mark was the one who asked Mark Barnstone. He's the one who asked for the prefab editor to say, we're gonna have like something. It's very annoying to add the prefab every single time to the to the scene and having to refocus and all that. I was thinking, why? And then it started doing it. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It started planning through it, and then it go like, yeah, sure, yes, makes a lot more sense, because I actually had this thing where you would just edit the prefab here, right? You would have like all the inputs here, and you could change things from the prefab here, but you couldn't really see the prefab. So I scrapped that thing. I built it. It was all the system. And it was stupid because you could only see like the root object, like only this object here, right? Imagine just having this, right? But in the asset thing, right? So you would see the name of the asset, all this stuff right below there, right? So that was not good. That was not a good solution, right? Inspecting the asset like that and changing things like it's an asset. It was very break prone because I had to build like a whole system around that. I spent a lot of time on that, so I was very sad to scrap it in that sense. I should have been very sad to scrap it because of the time it took to scrap it, to build it. But later on, after I thought, yeah, this makes way more sense, and I actually decided to scrap that, I was happy that I scrapped it, because this is way better. This is a much better solution. It brings other problems that I had to kind of navigate through them. Like Mark described this as, hey, maybe this is a can of worms you're opening here, and I said yes. but yeah, it's a can of worms that I happily add, because it makes a lot of sense, right? I mean, it's really good. It's really good. I mean, it's so great. So yeah, I mean, we happily add this kind of worms to this thing. Let's add more cans of worms like this, as long as we're not breaking everything else. This definitely has some issues still. I've noticed some undo redo issues. Yeah, we're probably gonna have some problems with that. You may notice them, so yeah, be careful with that. But hey, it's so good. So nice to have this. Okay, let's focus because I keep unfocusing. So let's refocus. Upgrade. Where's the upgrade? Upgrade prefab is missile launcher 2, right? So yeah, let's come back here. Oh yeah, upgrade is missile launcher 2. There you go. Save and exit. Right, and there we go. The missile launcher 2. The upgrade prefab is missile launcher 3. Right, save and exit. There you go. How easy was that? Wow. Okay. Just, that was beautiful. I just, feel like tearing up right now because it's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff. Okay. Let's keep building this. An emotional moment right now. It's just an emotional moment right now. Just, bear with me. All right. So we have this magnificent thing going on here. Let's close this up because we don't want to mistakenly add any of these ones that are broken. We have our prefabs. We got all of our turrets there, right? Let's see if it works. I don't remember. I don't know if it works. I don't know if we have like all set up for the cannon to be able to be upgraded. Yeah, it works like that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, we have it. There you go. Look at that. Oh. Okay. We actually killed some enemies, area damage stuff, right? It's good. Hey, we won that. That's what we wanted. We wanted to be able to like make some damage to enemies in the area damage to enemies. We should be able to kind of see the damage that we're making to those enemies. So that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on. So that's something we should do. But hey, it's working, and we have our prefab set up there. So how nice is that? So more things we need here now, right? We need feedback on hitting things, right? We need kind of the explosion, okay? Because we need the explosion of the missile, and we need the hit. So it's like hit particles, right? For everything, because the gun doesn't shoot any kind of hit particles. We need the explosion of the actual minions, right? When the enemies explode, right? They're robots, so they should explode, right? They should have some kind of death animation, even, right? Something, okay? Maybe we just make them explode and we forget about it, right? We just forget about it, right? Just okay, no problem. Just make them explode, and we don't have to animate them or anything. We do need to add an animator to them later on, right? We're going to add an animator when we actually make them fight things. We're missing one turret here, and the turret that we're missing is the turret, melee turret, right? The barracks sort of barracks thing, right? Where maybe we bring in some humans that shoot, maybe something like some barracks, and we pull out humans, humans versus robots kind of thing. Now it's good in AI time, right? Robots taking over the world and humans fighting them, something like that. We could do something like that. It could be the theme of it. I don't know. This is a alien world though, so probably we ended up in an alien world. The machines followed us there, and we're just here, trying to populate this new world, and these aliens are coming here and trying to kill us anyway, right? Because they just want to take over the new world that we set up for ourselves. I know. Yeah, I know. Just having fun with it. Run with me, okay? Yeah. All right. Tell me what you think of it, okay? You tell me what you think of it. There's nobody there. It's just you're watching this after the fact, probably laughing at me right now, and that's good. That's okay. That's okay. It's healthy. It's healthy. I can take it. Okay. All right. What else can we do here? What else can we do here? Let's see. So yeah, we need to think of the things that we need to add. Explosions, right? So explosion for the or death thing for the enemies, right? Death feedback for enemies, right? So we're just making them disappear now, right? We don't just want to make them disappear. We want to actually have some feedback, right? Like exploding or death animation or something like that, right? So we need to leave the space for the death animation. It could be an explosion, it could be showing an animation, it could be something like that, okay? Like death event kind of thing. So we're right now, we're just removing them. Instead of removing them, we tell them, okay, you're dead. What do you do when you're dead? Okay, you run this thing and then you die. That's what we do with this sort of that's how we handle dying, because you don't just want things to disappear, right? You want to leave something there. Maybe you instantiate the explosion and you disappear. Things like that, right? So it looks like you exploded, but actually just instantiated an explosion there. Or maybe that's why we need to be very generalistic about it, because if we are going to add humans, maybe that have the sort of a death animation, we humans can explode, probably could, or the combustion thing, probably happen, but maybe we don't want the death animation of humans to be like that, probably want to have like a death, sort of like that, have an animation to die. So yeah, let's actually think of that, think of it in that way. How it's done, death event, right? Let's think of it in a more generalistic way. And we also need what else do we need? We need this is actually sounding well. Let's actually think of that. Yeah, it's okay. Audio is fine. Sorry. So we need to think of this in a generalistic way, as I was saying. And then something else we need to add is the fire particles, right? So the hit particles, sorry, right? When we hit something, what do we show? We need to show something, right? We need to show either hit particles, right? When we hit with bullet, right? It's just boom, right? It has to show like, hey, this hit something, right? And that's one thing. The laser as well, right? It has to look like it's damaging the enemy, because if you look at the laser right now, right? Because the energy weapon, right? It will go with a bang, right? But right now it doesn't look like it's really hurting anyone, right? This thing, like this is the gun, right? But if you look at the let's add both. So we have gun and we have the energy weapon, right? So it's hitting this thing, right? And this, okay, kind of looks like it's damaging it, but we need to see some particles there, something, you know, some kind of something that is showing damage, you know, explosion thing, you know. So yeah, we should probably add something there. I don't know what to. Probably we should instantiate these particles, like just shoot them and instantiate them. So yeah, we'll see what we add there. We shouldn't be too overcrowd this too much. So let's be smart about this, okay? But yes, also the size of these things looking much better, right? I mean, the cannon itself, right? It's much better, right? It looks so good. It looks okay, right? It looks good. I like it. I like it. Like the smaller cannon, you can tell like the smaller cannon and the bigger cannon, like, oh yeah, woo, yeah, you got this more powerful weapon. That's good. Oh, we need to make sure we can add we can do that right now. Let's do this very fast. Because we have yeah, we have our where is it, launcher tower here, right? We have damage, but we don't have like a damage radius. So we need to be able to set up, because here you see how we get the projectile here, right? We had a projectile prefab, right? So we instantiate the prefab and we're setting the damage here, right? But we also need to set the radius. So let's do that, okay? So let's add another one. Let's copy this. Let's be very hacky about this. Copy this. And let's say, you know, 10 maybe, you know, as an initial thing, right? No, maybe 0. We don't want to have damage radius, right? Damage radius, right? What we're going to do is say, okay, 0, and if you add something, it's going to be something, right? And there's no damage radius there. It's 0, just there in the place where it hits, and that's it. And here what we do is we say projectile. This is where we're shooting. When we instantiate the projectile, we say damage radius, which is what the projectile has. We say this dot damage radius. That way we can set damage per tower, right? So each tower we grab the projectile and add its own flavor to it thing, right? And so we can reuse the same scripts and maybe even the same projectile itself, right? We only make the explosion bigger, you know, set, you know, all the things up. We can, yeah, many things we can do. We can have multiple projectiles, of course, right? But the idea is that, okay, if we want to reuse it, which is it's a good idea, maybe we just make the projectile behave differently. If it has you know, a higher damage, you know, we want to increase the amount of particles in the explosion. We want to increase something, right? We can be more dynamic about it. So instead of creating a new object, a new prefab, a new something, right, we can say we use the same system and the same stuff, and we use it more dynamically to more procedurally to generate things on the same things we have. Right. So sometimes that works in your favor, and sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes, you know, it's better to just represent what you want to represent in a different way, and that's it, you know. So yeah, and sometimes you don't need anything really, just maybe expand the radius of your explosion, and that's it, you know. Yeah, maybe we even find a way to kind of get the same explosion to be, you know, the same explosion. See what I mean? Like a little particle, like the fire hit particles, you know, when it's just the damage without fire, without radius. It's just a same explosion, but in a little place, like in 0. And then when you hit like with a fire radius, you know, with a radius, it kind of behaves differently. So we can have the same explosion behaving in different ways depending if you add radius or not. So that's something interesting as well to think about. We could do everything with only one, right? We can do whatever we want. Hey, truly, no, sky's the limit. So hey, okay, it's almost 11 p.m. So I'm considering whether I should stay or not. There's hardly anyone there, so I don't know the benefit of staying here right now. You know, I really don't know what the benefit of staying here is right now. But hey, let's think of this. Okay, radius. We'll say it's 10. Okay, for missile launcher 1, missile launcher 2. Okay, we'll say it's how much? Maybe we say 12. Okay. Yeah, something like 12 or 15, right? Because it's actually just it's gradual, right? So yeah, it's okay. I think 15 is fine, and maybe the next one's just 20, and that should be okay, right? Right? It's too much. Is it too much? I don't know. Probably 12. Probably 12. Just a little bigger, right? Just a tiny bigger. Yeah, a tiny bit bigger, because the damage is already a lot more. So you're actually going to be doing more damage in the radius you were previously doing damage. So that makes more sense, right? That makes sense. That's good. Let's why did I do that? I can just press save and exit. Oh, so stupid. I forget that I have a prefab editor. I forgot that I actually built something so useful. I keep doing the other old stuff. I keep falling into old bad behaviors. Oh, looking up. What did I do? Did I break something? What? Oh no, please don't tell me that I broke something, eh? Please don't tell me I broke something. Hey, no. Tell me that everything's working fine. No, that's the thing. Using a dev version, using a dev thing it can be good, and it can be annoying. So hey, tread carefully. Damage 65, radius. Let's make this one 15. Okay, so it's 10, 12, 15. Yeah, so this one's really powerful. This one's like, it's gonna blast your enemies. It's really gonna blast your enemies. Yeah, so that's what you want. Okay. Let's just play this around. Just let's see that everything's working, and I didn't break anything, Yeah. Whoa, that's powerful. Yeah. And this one? Whoa, yeah, that's very powerful. That's very, very powerful. Yeah, very, very powerful. All right. And we should also make the fire rate a lot less, right? Just make it shoot one every 1 or 2 seconds, something like, I don't know if we should increase the fire rate much. But that way, we can have you can have right? You can have boosters in your own logic. When you grab this template, right? You can add your own sort of boosters. Maybe you want like a fire rate booster or things like that. You can add to a weapon. That's on you, right? The way you decide to make your own gameplay, and we're just building something here that is interesting to play, and that we can build stuff, and just keep adding things, and that you can sort of use as a platform to build your own tower defense sort of game, right? Okay. But yeah, we just have, I think we've made everything work here in a way. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Let's reconvene. Yeah. Some other day, because I don't see anyone very enthusiastic here saying, stay, please stay. Let's do something else. Let's do an explosion. Let's do the other thing we need to do is CSS to the we need to see the damage bar, right? The damage bar on the enemies. We should add that so that we have the logic for that. So probably the first thing we're going to do is to add that damage bar so that we can actually monitor the damage we're doing, and seeing really, start seeing the actual way about things we're doing here, right? So yeah, that's probably something we should be working on. Yeah, so let's do that. And yeah, so again, about how things are doing with Rogue Engine. I'm working on the agent, on the AI agent thing, right? Like I said, like I always say, AI is not a silver bullet for anything. I'm not going to try and sell to you something that is, hey, this thing you can vibe code to death, right? No, you can vibe code to death, yeah, because it's just no, it's definitely not. I mean, I've been trying these tools, I've been building stuff and all that, right? I really tried, and I mean, these things can do some cool stuff sometimes, and can seem like they're doing some really cool stuff, but then you add that stuff, you actually see the code and you actually start playing around with it, and you realize that it has lots of loops. Not loops, sorry. Like very, very inefficient practices. Like, for instance, instantiating objects everywhere, because it's doing a lot of the stuff that it finds out there that is very bad sometimes, right? It's very bad practices out there. And it's just feeding on code that it finds on the web. And not every code that you find on the web is good. It's very likely that it's bad. So, you know, it kind of thinks that some stuff is okay and some stuff is bad, and some, but it doesn't really know what's good and what's bad. Sometimes I actually had to solve some garbage collection issues, right? And that can cause serious frame drops if you're not careful with your, you know, garbage collection. So yeah, you can probably, depending on what you're building, you may be able to, if you are able to vibe code a game that really works, and it's, you know, a good game that you can play, and it's not, you know, it's just horrible to play with, horrible frame drops, and it's just, you know, a smooth, nice game that someone else wants to later on, because that's the thing, right? If you vibe code a whole game, who's going to want to go to your game and actually make it work? You're going to have to pay them a lot of money. I don't know if I want to touch your vibe code. I really don't. You know, you ever have to pay me a lot of money to touch your vibe code. I probably won't do it. So, you know, I don't know. I'm really skeptical. I'm very, very skeptical. But hey, I know that the tool is going to be very useful to kind of to help you get started, right? To help you get started. You know, sometimes you need a kickstart. You need to kind of, okay, hey, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to, you know, make you useful, right, from the beginning. So that is really good. But then I always recommend, go to the videos, learn how to code and how to use Rogue Engine, learn how to code JavaScript, TypeScript, in that order, please. Don't just go with TypeScript. Learn JavaScript first, learn how it works, ins and outs, go to TypeScript, learn how TypeScript works, its ins and outs, and you'll be the best at Rogue Engine there. You know, just learn Three.js, right? And Rogue Engine then is just easy, dead easy. Right, dead easy, very, very simple, right? Because it's not doing way too much. It's actually just helping you do all the things that boilerplate for Three.js, right? It's just helping you out with all that and giving you an editor, right? So that's what it's doing. So yeah, putting things together mostly, right? Putting a system together, a whole infrastructure together for you. So yes, my 2 cents here is that I'm working on that, and I'm not going to sell you the, you know, the philosopher's stone here, right? It's not the Holy Grail. It's not you know, the thing that's going to save you from having to code. No. Learn to code, you know, and use this to learn, maybe, you know, and use this to motivate you to learn and to see that you can actually build these things. That's where I'm approaching this problem with a learning mindset, right? So to help you learn, and not to help you, you know, just, oh, let's build this thing, because it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic, right? And I'm extremely skeptical that it will ever be realistic for many reasons. But well, many things will have to change. We will have to have another source of energy, right? And infinite amounts of power to generate. And right now, we're struggling to pay the bills of the, you know, the light bill, right? The electricity bill. Right now, imagine if we just, you know, start investing in all these things, and suddenly, you know, it's just going to show up in your bill. So the politicians, you know, they kind of navigate through these things in not in the way that technology does. So, you know, and also technology behaves right now in the way that marketing does. So, you know, you see what string you want to pull from. Let's be intelligent about this. You know, one thing you know for a fact that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to offer 3D generation or anything like that. You know, models. You ask for artists. You know, you use the CC0. If you want to steal art from someone, you do that yourself. I'm not going to be stealing art from anyone. Art is important for society. It's probably the, you know, cornerstone of society. Of what makes us human. So I'm not going to go around stealing art from people who can't do anything about it. That makes no sense. It's just profiteering from other people's work, not giving them anything back. It seems bad. It seems awful. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I don't know. Code is math. It's something out there. So I don't consider code that it's already there for me to look at, and use. I don't know. I don't consider that too much of a problem. I don't see that as that big of a deal. I think that's useful. That's okay. It's not that good that it would say, oh, this will change. Art is not that good, honestly. But the code, well, it can help people learn. It can help people get started. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that with that, and let's keep it that way for now. See how they develop their thing. Don't eat the marketing. Don't come to me saying, oh yeah, let's vibe code to death. No. Okay. Yeah, you can vibe code actual death because you're not gonna get much. You're not gonna get really too far away. Not right now, at least, right? Like I say, right? But I very much doubt that at any point in time with the current physics we have right now. Physics, right? I'm talking about physics. I'm not talking about computers, graphics, or anything. No, or anything like. I'm talking about physics, actual physics, and power generation, and these other problems that have nothing to do with models themselves, right? We have to solve all the problems in order for the models to perform that way. We may not even be able to use LLMs for these sort of things. You may need something completely different. You may need a whole different approach, right? It's tricky because if you don't know how they work in your brain, right, this thing looks like magic, but no, it's actually just putting together things, rearranging things. If you stop giving artists, stop bringing art to this thing, the thing is just not going to perform, right? If they say, okay, you have to detrain your AIs from all the art that you've entered that is not copyrighted, that is not does not allow the copyright, the thing's just not going to be able to output the art that it does. And if it stops feeding on itself, then it's a snake biting its own tail, right? And it's just dying of its own poison in a way, right? I don't know if it can't die from some poison, but hey, yeah, you get DNA DNA degeneration, right? And suddenly it's endogamy. That's what you get, right? You start getting endogamy, right? You start getting, you marry your cousin, and you marry your sister, your brother, right? And suddenly, you start having children with them, and you know what happens, right? So yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that in your code or anywhere else. So let's even least in art, very least in art. So yeah, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Support people, artists, and all that. And and let's use this thing for what they are. So yeah, that's what we're going for. And and then everything else, the multi-select and this thing here, right? The inputs that are going to be in the next one. Probably, I don't know if the next live stream. No, they're not going to be here in the next live stream because actually the inspector is not doing multi-select right now. That's a difficult one. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. There's a lot of little nuances here that the way the reactivity works here. I'm not using I'm using my own reactivity framework for this, right? I sort of built my own thing around the engine itself. So I kind of have to abide by those rules, and it's not easy. So it's definitely easier than if I had used pure Svelte. In this case, I'm using Svelte here, but I'm not using Svelte for its reactivity in this case, because I can't rely on it. It's using proxies and all that. Svelte's using proxies and things like that, and I can't let it just put those proxies on your objects for many reasons, mostly because you are not using the Svelte thing, so that I need a third-party thing updating. So yeah, that's a problem. That's mostly the problem. So yeah, many things going on there. Updating like also the numbers, like what to show here in the numeric one, like what to show. Those things are causing problems, and you know, like I'm having to really think about, you know, different problems, different issues here. These things like visibility, disabling, you know, tags. These things are easy actually. Well, not this one. No, not this one. No, tags and layers. No, but these two are easier than the inputs, but they are still difficult. They're still quite difficult. They've like the tags are the ones that I face first. Like this is the first thing I'm tackling. The like this like an input and this 4 inputs here, right? And it's proving a challenge, big challenge. So yeah, but it's going to set the groundwork for everything else, right? I'm kind of getting there. You know, these two, I think they're okay. I need to stress test them a bit more. But everything else a bit broken. Yeah. And then discriminating where should I show, because the transform is going to be everywhere. The options change, and that's going to be a problem. And then the components are going to be a mess. What components should I show? Should I even show components at the first? Maybe I should not show them at first and then start, you know, adding that as a feature later on. But would that break things too much? That's my problem. How much should I add for 1.0 before it becomes a problem? So yeah, that's more or less it. I don't want to bore you anymore. You know, I'm just rambling here right now. I'm just talking. Well, I'm not rambling. I'm just talking to you about the new update. But hey. I don't know how much, you know, nobody's there to tell me, hey, this is interesting. Yeah, I went to listen to this. So yeah, you see what I'm talking about here, right? I'm coming from a place where I don't know if this is interest of anyone actually right now, right? So not having feedback is really problematic in that sense, right? But yeah, hopefully some more people join in, other ones, you know. I'm still saying that every live stream, like, oh, hopefully more people join in. But yeah, hopefully more people will join in some other time. Yeah, let's hope that happens sometime. All right, okay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much for being part of this live stream, for being part of this community. As always, you can come to Discord anytime to ask for help, to ask for anything. I'm always there to help you out. Don't underestimate how much just asking for things works in favor of you getting what you want. Honestly, like just go look at the help in the Discord. Right, and in the feature requests, and see how things have been built. You can see how things have been built, how you know, discussions with users, and how those discussions lead to features that I release. Okay, I'm not just saying this, right? This actually happens, right? This is all the time. This is how Rogue Engine works. This is a Rogue Engine way. That's a Rogue Engine way. People talk. We discuss things. I offer things. I say, hey, what if I do this? And people go, yeah, maybe yes. Or maybe say, I don't know. People sometimes offer things and say, hey, why didn't you do this? And I go like, yeah, whoa, yes. You know, so yeah, just let me know what you think about stuff, right? Yeah. And thank you very much for being there. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to you. I hope you're enjoying yourself today, if you have a free day or not, depending on your country where you celebrate. I think in the US, you can celebrate this today. At least not everywhere. I don't know. I think you have it in September or something like that. So it doesn't make much sense, right? Chicago Martyrs, right? Chicago Martyrs. What's going on there? But yeah, Chicago Martyrs is. I think it's today, right? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. See you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for joining.